3,
2,
1.
A.
All right, what's up, bitches? Crazy changes going around. So I ended up deciding that we are actually, that's my drums. We're gonna have a co-host, and it's gonna be Savannah.
What's up,
bitches? So Savannah's gonna be our new fucking co-host. There's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of changes going around, or maybe not even. We're gonna make it to where it's both of us, and like if she wants to incorporate ideas, if you guys have ideas that would be like, yo, like you guys should mention this shit or talk about this, like go ahead and feel free right now that everything's going on. So if you guys see anything different, that's why, because now we have a co-host. So how do you feel, Savannah? Are you like,
this is
now
exciting.
These are your bitches. These are your great group of bitches.
Yeah, this is exciting. I feel like us working together is just gonna bring so much more to it. Like, we're gonna like obviously introduce more people on here, you know,
a lot more people to like bounce off of and shit. I told my man, I was like, what do you think about it? He's like, honestly, like when I was hearing you guys' last episode, he's like, the fact that you guys just couldn't stop laughing, like it just made me laugh, and it was like contagious.
You know what though, a lot of people have said that though, because like people that have listened to the podcast that I know too say that we're funny. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't tell me who, like your friends or what, or like who?
I had my sister listen to it.
Your
like
sister,
yeah,
bitch?
not like my little sister, like my stepsister. Yeah. I've had like friends listen to it and they've said like, you guys are funny. My mom wanted to listen to it and I was like, no, you can't listen to it.
You didn't tell her what it was or anything?
I told her like there's a lot of like talk about sex. I can't let her know I was fucking on my dad's bed. Like
oh yeah, I mean, she doesn't like, she said she don't like your daddy. She's gonna probably be like, haha, like
maybe, but I was like, nah.
Or she's gonna be like, you know that one stain on the corner? That was me. Oh fuck yeah. So now this is our great group of bitches. We're just gonna go ahead and just start off by talking about our week, because it's been a long, hot, sweaty fucking week, guys.
We're now hitting what, like 115 out here?
The thing is, it's already been like since last week. Like I don't even care no more. I told Savannah, I'm like, just shut up, dude. It's too hot. It really is too fucking hot to do anything. Let's have Savannah talk about her week. Her week was it stressed me out.
Well, first of all, I had my own like indoor pool in my apartment.
Pond.
Yeah. I could have went swimming in that bitch. Like I could
Savannah
have started charging $5 at the door to come use the pool, since they had the community pool closed all the time.
How did you feel like when you woke up to that? Did you feel like you wanted to go back to sleep and just like forget about the whole day?
No, okay, so mind you, it's Monday. Like we all dread Mondays.
On a Monday.
Like that's the one day that I hate the most out of the week, and that was just a shitty way to start my week. So I'm sitting there sleeping, right? Put my alarm on snooze because I'm trying to sleep in some more, at least another like 15 minutes. Bitch. I got woken up to a loud ass pop in my closet. But what I find weird anyways was the water heater is literally in my closet in my room. Like, I already think that's a weird place to have it. It is
like where you sleep.
Yeah, like, I just feel like that's really dangerous already as it is.
Yeah.
So I hear a loud pop, and my first instinct is get the fuck out of my room, because I don't know what the fuck that was. And then all of a sudden I hear water like pouring. Did you think you were
getting shot?
No, honestly, I thought, my first thing that I thought was it was some type of like gas
leak.
Yeah, gas leak or something, because I didn't know what it was. Like, I was still half asleep, barely any clothes on, like jumped up out my bed,
not even conscious and shit.
I really thought I was dreaming at first still. I was like, what the fuck?
Savannah was ready to fucking put that new Titanic in her fucking room and shit. It is gonna be called the Titanic though, no?
It's cruise
not
ship?
Titanic Part 2 or some shit?
No, I don't think so.
Or maybe it's a Caribbean. I don't know. But yeah, so you heard about it, right?
Yeah, I have.
Like, what's weird is that they really fucking launched that shit right after Ocean Gate. Mm-hmm. Like, what if they're low-key living in the fucking boat and shit?
And you know what's crazy? That boat is filled with like lights, like electrical shit. Like that's scary. Like to be on top of water with all that
Do you
shit.
think if you do that, like, if that ship goes under, does that make the water around it electrical?
I don't know.
Does it not?
That's a good question. Cause you would think like in your home, if something like hit the
Gets
water,
wet.
yeah.
That's weird. Now, huh?
Like, does it electrify the fishes?
Like when the actual Titanic went down, was that water electrical?
I don't know. I feel like back then though, they didn't have as much shit that like a cruise ship would have now, like electrical shit, TVs
What is
and
like
stuff.
on that one? I know there's like a shit ton of activities. Like this boat, it's a cruise ship. This cruise ship that they fucking made is huge.
It's the world's largest cruise, 5 times larger than the Titanic.
And it's set to launch in January, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, January next year.
The Royal Caribbean International.
Would you go on a regular cruise ship?
No, I'm terrified of the ocean.
Why?
It's just you never, because of shit like that, like the Titanic, like they went on that shit thinking they were gonna have a good ass time and they fucking sunk. Like,
I mean, but that was back in the day. Now it's like that's more of a common thing where like cruise ships, like, you know, they have them and
they have more
safe,
like precautions for it, huh?
and they have people watching them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't like the thought of being set out in the middle of the ocean
where nothing can help you. My homegirl invited me to one, like paid and everything, and it was like a week type shit. And honestly, like I would be down, but I told her like if we're like in one of those rooms that's under the boat and like you can't even have a window, but you just know you're underwater, I would not be able to sleep.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be better off put in a higher level where I could
you would
see.
still be down too?
Yeah, I would. I don't know. Like, it seems fun, but like I said, like the thought of being in the middle of the ocean, especially at nighttime, it's like, you know.
There's literally like, did you see that video where some kid was dared to like jump off the boat?
Yeah, and he died
right after graduation, dude.
But low-key, his friends were like encouraging that shit.
That's
like,
not fucking right. Imagine like what shit can happen on this fucking boat, like on this cruise ship. With if it's that big, that's a lot of people to be taken care of. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You're gonna have to have a shit ton of security, a shit ton of police, like
everyone getting drunk, all that alcohol in there.
And like that's what you do on a cruise. Like everybody goes to get fucked up and like have a good time, like, you know. But like imagine like if they take the shit over like a hostage situation, where are you gonna go?
Oh, that's scary.
Where would you go on a hostage situation on a cruise ship?
It's not like you could just jump in the ocean in some way.
If it's that big, like a lot of times on cruise ships people get stolen. Because it's so easy to take somebody off of that, like either at one of the ports or like, you know, like there's a lot of people, like if they have a pit stop, that's a shit ton of people that you have to recount and make sure, even if they fucking do that. Like that's gonna be true. Like a big thing for like easier target for people to like traffic people on there.
Well, it says it could hold around 5,610 passengers. So yeah, that is a lot of people to be having on a cruise ship. All the access.
5,000? But that's the passengers, the workers.
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah, 2,350 crew.
Oh, that's the crew.
Yeah, so they have over like 2,000 workers on that ship.
Plus the 500 for the actual people that can buy tickets. So that's like what, 7,000, 8,000 people?
Yeah.
That's 7,000, 8,000 people in weight. Plus all the shit on the boat that weighs.
There's a whole water park on that boat.
Like
or cruise ship, yeah, shit? Like a whole water park with multiple swimming pools.
Do they have an amusement park? Nah. If you're gonna have a whole ass water park.
But yeah. But it says that people are comparing it to the Titanic, so it's raising concerns like how big it is. Well, because imagine how heavy that cruise ship is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're weighing the people, you're weighing the activities. Plus, you're already putting water on that shit with the whole ass water park. Like, the water is gonna weigh a shit ton. All the food you're gonna have to carry. Yeah. Any medical supplies, like, and all the shit that people bring. People are gonna buy shit, put more weight on that fucking boat, ship, the cruise. My bad. But what's like trippy is like the trafficking. Like, that's.
Oh yeah,
5,000 people that, like, if it's so easy for on regular cruise ships to where people don't notice that somebody gets stolen, imagine with that many fucking people on there. And especially like that could like also bring us into that Sound of Freedom movie, like that. There's this new movie called Sound of Freedom. Honestly, I didn't even see any like commercials on it or
You know
trailers
what?
and anything. I just seen it come out on the internet out of nowhere.
I've seen trailers on TikTok. Like that's where I got all my information about this movie.
On TikTok,
Yeah,
that's where.
TikTok.
No, it wasn't TikTok. I just seen like people sharing like that. Oh, like when you see the new Sound of Freedom and it's you crying and shit, like on Facebook. But I never seen like trailers or like, you know, just somebody saying that this movie's gonna come out. No advertisement for it.
I heard it's a really good movie though. The people that have gotten the chance to see it say it's a really good movie.
That it's very emotional.
Yeah, it
that
is.
it makes you cry, and that it kind of shows you a little more in depth on how the industry traffics children, and that's apparently why they're not sharing it. But I also told my man this. I was all like, if it's supposedly true that they don't want you guys to see it and they don't want to promote it, and the less people the better. If they really didn't want it out there, it wouldn't be out there. Like if it's showing how like the higher ups traffic all these children, don't you think it would be easy for them to just be like, hey, you better not fucking play this movie anywhere? Like, you know how The Interview came out and they boycotted it like in North Korea right away, like you cannot see this shit here. They could do that to that movie too.
They're already trying to like avoid people watching this movie though. Like Netflix doesn't want to show it. Like
I think Hulu too didn't want it.
Movie theaters are having so many complications playing this movie.
But that's the same thing, but they're still playing it. Like you can still watch it. If they really, really like to the core didn't want you to watch it, like maybe like they want, like maybe they're giving us a little bit of something so they can go ahead and do a little more something behind the scenes. Like, you know how we said that the Ocean Gate was a cover up for all kinds of shit? Like all these news is all cover ups. This is getting like bad publicity in a way to where everybody's talking about like, hey, we can't see it, but all publicity is good publicity. So everybody's kind of focused on that right now. Imagine like there's something going on in the background, like where it's like making it easier for them to fucking traffic the kids.
Yeah, because low-key, if you think about it, like since they are promoting it in a bad way, like, oh, I can't watch it at certain movie theaters. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
so it's like, are they just trying to like give us that little bit that we can be like, oh, we're learning about you guys, like you guys don't have the upper hand no more? But
yeah, because you know how I told you, like, well, you know how you said you've barely seen trailers of this, and how I've only seen it on TikTok.
I haven't.
Only reason why I found out about this movie was because of the videos that were made about the theaters not showing it. That's the only reason why I really know about this movie.
And I found out because I seen like people just saying Sound of Freedom, and I just kept scrolling because I was like, it was around 4th of July, so I was like, I don't give a fuck about this fucking movie. Like, I thought
it was like yeah, I was about to say that, low-key, that's what I thought it was about too,
because it came out around that time. And I swear that's why I was like, I don't fucking care, like whatever,
they're gonna talk about the freedom of America and shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And then everybody was like making memes like when they were crying. I was like, all right, cool, whoop-de-woo, like America, cool. And then like one girl posted that they were giving out free tickets for it.
Oh yeah.
That I don't know who bought a shit ton of tickets, but if you guys want to go see this movie for free, I don't know if it's still gonna be available because this comes out Wednesday. But I don't know who bought a shit ton of tickets, and you can go on the websites and get free tickets to go watch the movie, because they're saying that since they're trying to like cut it out and not let nobody watch it, that they want everybody to have the chance to watch it so it could expose everything and come to light. But that's how I found out about it, because she posted. I just asked her like, yo, what the fuck is this actually about? And she told me, and it's just like, there's also like a bunch of people like that are trying to get the movie shown, that they're over here saying like, hey, if you guys haven't seen this movie, like basic influencers, like you guys need to go watch it. Like they don't want us to see it because they don't want us to know how they're actually playing us, all this and that. And it's just like, that's sad to see that like like even if it is just for them to come out and fuck with our heads and do shit behind their back, like it's still going on. And
yeah, it's a real life like thing going on in our world.
And it's like, imagine like how many immigrant kids, like ever since Donald Trump did his shit, like how many of those kids were taken away, like their parents wanting better lives for them and shit, and then they end up fucking getting taken into these cages and never seeing their parents again.
Dude, that's so sad to think about. That's why I want to watch the movie so I could get more depth of like
You
how
want to go
that stuff
watch it? We can
actually
get free
works.
tickets.
I'm down. Let's just hope we go and there's no complications watching it.
That's scary though. Like,
Yeah, people have said like the screens just stopped working, the audio went out, like
people said that the lights went on
Mhm.
at some of their theaters, that they wouldn't want to play, and they're like, we'll just give you free tickets for another
Mhm.
movie, and they're like, no, we want to watch this movie.
You know what though? I'm curious if like that is the case where theaters are doing this on purpose. What are they telling their workers?
Oh, ooh. Somebody go ask those workers in the
Mhm.
theater
Like, is there anybody that works there that would want to come out and,
and
say,
tell us what they're doing.
Mhm.
That's so true. But it's also like I seen people in the comments of these posts, and it was mothers and fathers, just saying, hey, how would it be if I take my 9-year-old, my 10-year-old, my little kids, like,
Mhm.
is this something that I should go take them to watch? And it was like a good debate in the comments whether or not you should take your children to go watch that, because it's like, one, it you could make your kids aware of what can happen to them and the
Mhm.
dangers of how they do it, how they lure you, how you can prevent it. Like, yeah, you can teach them that, or two, you can fuck up your kid and have them thinking that they're gonna get stolen, but it could happen. Would you want to show your child that?
Honestly, I would have to teach my kid about stuff like this because I feel like there's a lot of kids that their parents don't teach them stuff like this. They become very vulnerable and don't know how to say no to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously a kid can like, get lured in any way. Candy, like toys.
Your mom said she can't pick you up today.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and take you.
Saying they're like a family friend or something.
My mom, even though, like, my mom, sometimes there would be times where, like, she would have her homegirl or neighbor, like, pick us up, but she would, like,
let you know, huh?
She would let me know, and she told me, she's like, if they ever tell you to go with them and I don't let you know that that's what's gonna happen, I don't care, you don't fucking go. And I was like, okay, cool. But like that, in a sense, yeah, you have to teach your children, but that's you teaching your children. What about showing them movies like this shit that's like gruesome in a way? It doesn't have to be I don't know what the movie is or how it in like what it shows.
Yeah, I just know it's very
like,
emotional.
Yeah, so it's like, one thing is telling your kids you can't do this, be careful with this. Another thing is showing them what exactly can happen.
I feel like I would have to show my kids. I want them to know what can happen and how it looks like, like they need to know.
Maybe that the feeling that, because I feel like movies actually make you feel the emotions, not just know. Because one thing is knowing, another thing is feeling.
Yeah.
So like with the movie, like, it'll make them scared, it'll make them hurt, it'll make them like worried, and maybe that'll be like the little push, the little extra nudge that they'll need to like be like, oh, this shit is serious. Like, I
feel like maybe at a certain age though, because I don't know, thinking about watching that as like maybe like a 5-6-year-old, I probably would be a little like traumatized. Yeah,
but there was mothers in like the things saying that they would take their kids that young.
Maybe obviously I want to take them to an age where they can understand too though, like not just based off watching it, but also understanding it by me talking to them. Like, you get me?
There's also like I don't know about you, but like, since my parents, or maybe it's not even just a Hispanic thing, maybe it's just parents in general, like, have you ever had like guests over and they're like, oh, you have to go say hi, or like, just go give them a hug or some shit, like and you're like, I'm good, like, I don't want to, like,
yeah.
So it's like there's like this debate too, where it's like, because you make your kids do shit like that, like, to where it's like it makes them uncomfortable, they're not gonna know when they can and can't set that boundary of when somebody later on makes them feel that way.
I feel like I would definitely tell my kids, like, look, if someone wants to approach you and you're not comfortable with them, if we go, even if it's around family, like family, friends, like, if you don't feel comfortable speaking to a specific person, I'm not gonna hold that against you.
There was this lady, and like, I know that this does happen with a lot of black people in general, to where people want to touch their hair.
Oh yeah,
like, it's either like their froze or their braids or whatever. Like, I know, like, that's a typical thing that black people get, where people want to do that shit to them. There was this lady with her kid in a stroller. I think this was on TikTok. I'm not sure. And like this older lady, this white older lady came up to her. She was like, oh, she wasn't like being rude or nothing, like she wasn't, you know, any negative form, but she was like, oh, she's so pretty, she wanted to touch her hair. And the mom was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh no, like don't, like she just got annoyed. She's like, oh no, like don't do that.
Yeah.
The lady went around the mom and still went to go to touch the
For
little
real?
fucking girl's hair. Like she went around the whole mother and the stroller to still go grab her fucking shit. And so the mom just like started screaming, like not at her, but was just like ah, like laughing, but like going ah, like it was loud as fuck. It was like kind of funny and weird, but it was like she told you no, and like if that's her way, not being rude and still telling you to fuck off, like.
And
you're
this was
still
just
reaching,
like a random person, like a stranger.
yeah, she didn't know her. And it was like she wanted to just grab her fucking child's head, like her hair. And she had like little braids and shit. And like with like little like a little butterfly or some shit. Like, you know how they have like little shaped clips?
Yeah.
So she was trying to touch it, and the mom, like, she was just like laughing, but like loud laughing, like ah, like trying to get the lady to like back
like
up.
a nervous laugh.
Yeah, but the lady kept trying to reach, and she just like the mom kept getting in front of her. And it's like, why do people think that that's okay, like that you can just touch someone's child, or like,
or any personal even
when
themselves.
you were pregnant, like did you like, were people touching your stomach?
Honestly no, because no one really knew I was pregnant, but I feel like if I did have the chance to get farther along, I wouldn't want to be touched on, like,
Yeah.
even by my partner. I wouldn't feel comfortable being touched on, because it's like, I feel like you're so vulnerable with your body when you're pregnant.
And it's like a lot of pregnant girls, like they touch them, you know, like a lot of people will go up to pregnant girls, like fucking random strangers, same shit, and will be like, oh, how far along, and touch their belly. Like, would you just walk up to a random girl not pregnant and touch her stomach? Like,
Yeah.
what makes you think now, especially now that you're pregnant, like that you can touch somebody?
That's why, like, the pregnant friends I've had, like pregnant family members I've had, if I feel like the need to want to touch their belly, I always ask, like,
if I feel the need,
because I'm always curious, like, is it hard or is it squishy? Like, it looks hard to me, but it's squishy. Like, it feels like your soft stomach.
I remember like when my mom was pregnant, because she was like the first pregnancy that like I actually like was conscious enough to like know and like see and feel. Like, I definitely like would fuck with her stomach and be like, so does this hurt? What about right here?
Yeah.
Like, and it would, some parts would be hard, like a fucking watermelon type shit.
Probably that's where the baby was.
Oh, I was over here knocking my sister out. I was like, pop, pop. But that's like, I don't understand how people don't think that hands to themselves is not a thing.
You know what? Same thing with babies though. Like, I notice a lot too. Like for example, let's say if I were to have my baby and I take them to a family party, friendly party, and people come and touch my baby, like when they're still basically a newborn.
Oh, like that's what pisses me off, because
that
like,
really pisses me off.
I've never
too.
had a baby, but like when people were touching my niece, like random people with like their dirty hands and on her face, all
trying
this and
to hold them,
yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
like that like where they hold them, that's where I really like had to hold my tongue, because like my uncle and like his baby mama, like that's just because they're the most recent ones that had babies. Even with my mom, dude, like when my mom would go out with my dad and everybody like to my uncle's house, and like they would stay home like 4 or 5 in the morning and have my sister, I would be pissed. I would tell my mom, where the fuck are you? Like, why are you not home? Like, she's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm out here at our family's house. Like, I'm like, okay, but bring my sister home. Like,
you're like, bring me my baby.
literally, I would tell her, she like, what the fuck are you doing? And it wasn't like my mom had her ass like outside and like outside with them. Like, she would be in my cousin's room laying down or some shit. But like, I don't know. But like when it came to like my sister, like my little niece getting held by other people, like we go to this restaurant, dude, and it pisses me off. Like, we go to this Mexican mariscos. It's like shrimp and shit. If you guys are like Savannah, not bilingual, I know I say a little too much shit in Spanish sometimes that I don't translate, so I'm gonna really have to translate for you guys now, so my bad for before. But mariscos is seafood, so my uncle goes there like every Friday, and like he's known, like that's like the regulars, you know. And one of their servers, like, he's an older man, and like he kisses my niece.
Really?
Like he'll be like, oh, here she is, like give her a kiss on the cheek and shit, and I'm like, you're just gonna let this fool kiss my
You
niece
know what?
right
I
now?
was just about to say that too. Like, I noticed that too. Like, they get passed around a lot by different family members held,
But
but
he's not our family
it
member.
pisses me off when I see people kissing the baby.
Yeah, because it's like that's another level of like fucking like touch.
Especially a grown ass man. Like, that pisses me off too.
That it's weird, dude. And but he allows it. Him and her allow it, and it's just like, okay, that's at the end of the day, that's your guys' kid, but it's still like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think I ever told him nothing about it, but that's just something that's very uncomfortable for me. Like, if it's not family, why? What? Like, I've never kissed somebody's baby. What the fuck? That's not the
Yeah.
family. Speaking of, though, did you fucking see that video that came out of Joe Biden nibbling on some little girl's fucking shoulder? Like, it wasn't his kid or nothing. Like, it was literally some lady. You know how, like, everybody's like, kiss my baby to the president? He was nibbling on her shoulder, and the little girl looked freaked the fuck out.
That's so fucking creepy. You could tell the girl looks so uncomfortable. And there goes the mom pulling out her phone, recording
to take a
that
picture
shit.
of like what the president being up on your child is like, but that's weird because that's always been a thing where people hand off their babies to celebrities so they can like kiss them and do all this and that. Like, you think you know that person because what, they show themselves on social media and shit, or they're the president? Like, if even family members can do shit to you, like, why the fuck would you have a random person do that shit?
You know what? There's so many people defending him though, saying that it was a playful gesture.
Yeah, that he was nice and
it wasn't meant
nothing
to
bad.
be taken seriously. To me, that's weird.
You're
like,
putting your whole ass lips on a little girl's shoulder, bro.
Did we forget that COVID was a thing? Like, on top of that, you're a grown ass man. You don't know who this child is. And it's just
close.
weird that the mom allowed it though.
And
Like,
the baby was literally like,
she looked scared.
away. Like, that's fucking disgusting. Especially if your child is showing you that, like, yo, I'm uncomfortable right now. Why are you doing that shit?
I would be uncomfortable too if like a grown ass man, I don't know who the fuck this is. Especially at that age, you're like, you don't know who that is. You don't know that that's a damn president.
He kind of looks like the Family Guy old man where he's like always up on the sun.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? But that's always been a thing where people want the president to kiss their fucking baby.
No,
why do we want
weird.
that? What makes that cool?
What's the difference between him and any other old man?
Ooh, true. Because Biden be talking like any other old man on these streets, the way he be slipping in his fucking speeches.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I don't know. Would you let your baby get kissed by the president?
Definitely not. I would not even let them get kissed by the fucking most famous person in the world, like
Kim K. We always go back
even
to
if it's
Kim
like
K.
a female. Like, I don't want anyone kissing my child that I don't know, like, celebrity or not, female, male. No, you're not getting near my kid.
That's I don't know. That's disgusting how you can just let any person and pull out a camera, especially. Like, why would you want? It's like when people do shit to like go ahead and like promote videos, like thumbnails, like the Ace Family and shit. Like, that's malintentioned for the baby. Like, you're letting them do uncomfortable shit so what, you can remember like this or get a view, get a like.
You know what, that reminds me of that one video that went viral about them. I don't know if you've seen it, where they're all recording together and he's like smacking Al or Leia on the butt, and people
Smacking
really
who on the butt?
Austin from the Ace Family has smacked Al or Leia like on the butt, but
Who's
like
that?
From the Ace Family.
Who's the Leia girl?
Leia? Their daughter, one of their daughters. It was either her or Al. Al is the other daughter. He was like smacking on her butt, but in a playful way, and people took that out of context because it's like, that's weird. Like, I'll show you the video later, but the way he did it
could be, what do you mean, like he did it in a creepy way or what?
And it just like it made people uncomfortable. Like, when I show you the video, it would probably make you feel like a little weird too, because it's like, that's your daughter, like, why are you smacking her like that?
Was it like putting the kid over the knee and smacking him on the butt, like, you know, like when they're a bad kid type shit?
No, like,
it wasn't like when you smack your girl as she's walking by.
Low-key kind of like that. It's not like oh, you're being bad right now. Like, it wasn't that type of smack. It was just
shit.
like why do it while you're recording type
Yeah.
shit, you know? Like, if you
because
could
then
do
it's
that,
like there could be sexual predators
yeah,
that would like
take
to
that,
see
yeah.
you do that shit. Yeah, no, putting your kids out there like that is definitely a no-no. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'll grab my niece and I'll hug her and I'll be like, pat, 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 like, smacking her
Yeah.
butt and shit, but it's just, like, you know, fucking around. But, like,
Yeah.
if she's walking by and I'm here, like, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, no. Point is, keep your hands and your feet, your hands, your mouth, all that shit.
To yourself.
Your fucking self. Don't touch nobody's fucking kids. Okay, we're back. Savannah had a little break. And while I was having a mental breakdown.
Meanwhile, I'm in the bathroom. I'm gonna just be so honest. I was taking a pregnancy test.
She just bought one right now when we were at the store, and she was all like, I was like, are you gonna take it right now? And she said, no, I'll just wait for later on. She's all like, I have to go pee, and she comes out with the test screaming, I'm not pregnant. Like, I didn't know that's what was going on, and I'm over here having a whole different type of mental breakdown.
And I'm sitting here eating my chips, looking at my test, happy as fuck.
It was a quick emotional break. Like, just since we're already since I'm already on an emotional one, I want to talk about my dream already, because I'm not gonna lie, dude, my dream this week fucked me up. It was scary. Like, I low-key think that I'm gonna get some shit done to me, but how did this happen? I was in a room, and everybody needs to shut the fuck up. Stop texting me. I was in this room, and I was laying down, and I remember I was asleep, but, like, I didn't see myself. I remember I woke up, and there was this TV on, and it was showing somebody, like, looking at me. And then, like, out of nowhere, like, when my eyes fully focus, because, like, I'm just waking up, so, like, you know how when your eyes are adjusting?
Yeah.
When I fully see the TV screen, my ex, like, my most recent ex, he was, like, looking at me, pissed, like, with anger, with hatred. Like, he looked like he wanted to kill me. And, like, he had his hair down on his face, like, on some cynical shit, and he was flicking me off.
He said, fuck you, bitch.
I'm over here scared, bitch. Fuck you. No, seriously, dude. But, like, it was me having a dream of me waking up and seeing that shit. And it was, like, all black and white. Like, you know how, like, The Grudge, that type of vibe.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, he was looking at me pissed, like he was gonna kill me. Like, he knew where I was at. Like, if it was like a live, like a camera, like, watching him, and he was flicking me off. And then after that, I remember waking up, and I was just, like, stressed in my dream. But I woke up thinking that he was, like, gonna do some, like, voodoo on me, or, like, maybe he was just sending me bad energy and thinking about me. Like,
did it feel, like, super real?
Not like the dream felt real, but the hatred in the dream.
So you could feel
real.
like his energy through your dream.
I felt it. I don't know if it was necessarily his energy or maybe his feelings. Like, I don't, like,
isn't it crazy though?
I don't know if he was there.
How, like, with certain dreams, I don't know if it's just me, but I could feel energy in my dream. Like, if someone is in my dream that I know and I just feel their presence
now
there.
Now you're asking me, I feel like he was. That's weird, because I didn't think about it that way. I thought about, like, I'm probably feeling his hatred towards me, but now that you ask me,
the energy felt strong.
Probably was there. Now I'm even gonna have another emotional break.
Like, do you think that, like, with stuff like that, when it comes to our dreams and we dream about someone, do you feel like they have something to do with it too? Like, they're either thinking of us, dreaming of us, especially if you could feel their energy so high in your dream.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever done that, like, I mostly have them when I'm really crushing on somebody, but that's me putting my energy. I don't know if, like, I don't know, but I've had it where, like, people are cheating on me. I see, like, messages, and it ends up,
and
like,
it happens, huh?
But I see the messages in my head. Like, I could see these motherfuckers texting people. There's also, like, the only time I've ever felt it like that too was, well, the thing is, the reason why I think it was so strong with him, and, like, it might be crazy or some shit, but he was the one that kind of helped me see things in a different, like mentally,
Mm-hmm.
like spiritually. And so I'm not gonna lie, like I put a lot of energy in me trying to, like, you know how they say there's soul ties and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of my energy towards him, towards like I want him to do good. I
Yeah.
want him to be protected, and I want whatever energy I have to be given to him so
Mm-hmm.
he can get better. Like I like if I was literally giving my soul, not my soul, but like I was just giving him my energy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would sit in my room, meditate, and try to, like, you know how you watch Twilight, right?
Yeah.
You know how Bella can like fucking put a force field on you, like if she really focuses it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was trying to do with my energy and my feelings. Like I would try to do all that for him. So I feel like because I did like put all that into him, I feel like that's probably why like that connection was so strong. You just mind fucked me right
Yeah,
now.
I get what you're saying though. Like I feel like in a way maybe his energy or his spirit is still stuck within you.
Yeah, like if we're still like, so I don't know.
Like you could care less about the person, but in a way like their energy will still always be stuck inside you
That's where
somehow.
like whoever you fuck, like if you guys are fucking, you're literally swapping energies.
Yeah.
Like that could fuck with your mental.
I believe like sex is definitely a way to soul tie.
Yeah. And what's weird is like we were doing that, and like when we would do, when, well, that's the thing, I was doing it. I don't think I ever told him like what I was doing, but I remember even like saying like, if like, I don't know, I don't want to get too deep in that one. Let's you just scared me because that's so true. He it really felt like he was there now that you're
Mm-hmm.
saying it, and that's crazy to me because now I'm even more scared.
I feel like our dreams are such like it's based on our life, you know?
But
Like our dreams have a meaning to it. Our dreams mean something.
do you think our dreams are just us? It's not fake stuff going on in our head. Like, do you think it's just like us, our soul going around and doing shit? Like we're actually there. Like,
Well,
you know
I
how
feel
there's
like
astral projecting, lucid
yeah,
dreaming.
I feel like our dreams go based off like our stress, our
That
anxiety,
most
like
definitely, yeah.
so I feel like I don't know, I feel like our dreams just definitely
You can you can really tell when somebody's like really stressed out, because like the people that I know are stressed out on a daily, like sometimes when I hear them sleep, like you have teeth grinding,
mm-hmm.
you have random flinches, you have like people like
nightmares. You
like
get nightmares when you're stressing.
for sure, like a lot of the negative emotions really get you in your sleep, because like you never like, if you're really knocked out, like heavy, I don't even think you're dreaming. You're just so sleepy that
Yeah,
you're
like a
just like
deep
not
sleep.
even there. And then that's
Mm-hmm.
probably when shit really gets crazy, when you're in a deep sleep. That's really when your soul's out here running errands and shit.
Yeah. I feel like especially if you're having a bad day, you're gonna have a fucked up dream. Like or if you're going through a breakup dreams are the worst. I hate breakup dreams. Like those motherfuckers really be popping
All
up
of
in
a
your
sudden,
dreams.
Savannah has a dream to talk about. Say one, Savannah. Say one.
If
popped
I'm
up in your
being
dream?
honest, like going through a breakup at the time, I'm not single no more, guys.
She's really telling you guys all the tea. Watch, we're gonna see.
Next episode, I might be. Who knows?
This is literally what I was about to say. If Savannah's gonna be open the way I'm gonna be open, she really is being a little more open than open. Oh fuck.
But yeah, like going through those breakup dreams, like I've never dreamed about him like in my dreams before the breakup. He's never been a person to pop up in my dreams really.
Mhm.
But going through a breakup, it's like every fucking dream. Like he's either popping up in my dreams while I'm around family, like popping up in my dreams if I'm at some type of event and I see him, and then I end up waking up missing him. Like that's why I hate breakup dreams. They're the worst. Like if I could
But
just
like,
knock
what
myself out.
happens in the dream when he's there in the breakup dream? Like, is he
Like he's
let's
either
get
with
back together?
he's either like with other bitches. He's either like cheating on me and I'm sitting there begging for him. Like fucked up shit. Like he's doing fucked up shit to me.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
And that's what you're dreaming about? What if that's just what he's doing? Like,
Well, I haven't had those type of dreams lately. I don't think I've had any fucked up dreams, but like last night, since we're kind of getting into like I think it was 2 previous episodes when I brought up the sleep paralysis.
yeah. We had one. Yeah, it was
Or
one or two.
the first episode I was on.
Oh, okay. Then that was a couple.
So I was watching this movie on Prime. I don't recommend watching it. Like,
okay, then why are we out here talking? We're just here to talk shit.
So it's about like sleep paralysis. Like I barely got through the movie.
The
but
fact that you can watch that, like, it is insane to me.
No,
dude.
I barely got through
like,
it.
That I feel like if I watch shit like that, I will psych myself out to where now I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are insane to me. So what was it about? Like, it just shows you what it feels, or what?
It's called The Nightmare, and basically like it's a documentary. It's people explaining their experiences with sleep paralysis or nightmares. And with nightmares, supposedly, like, the definition of a nightmare is basically like bad spirits are coming to you.
Really?
Yeah. So
shut up.
Watch
like that ass?
Yeah, because in the beginning of the movie, it showed like the definition of nightmare, and it said something about bad spirits.
Like this movie is true. Like,
yeah, this is a documentary.
This
is a documentary. So it just shows like it's people explaining their experiences, but the way they explained it, and you know how with like documentaries they use actors to like show
what
they're
like and shit.
What the dream looked like, what they're seeing, the shadows that they saw. That shit's scary. Like, going through sleep paralysis is scary.
And all of it was like scary negative shit.
Yeah, like this one girl, she said that she was sleeping in her bed or whatever. She was going through sleep paralysis, and every time she went through sleep paralysis, she would see like a figure, like an actual man, in the corner of her room staring at her, like slowly walking towards her too, like coming towards her.
And what's crazy is, like, in the movies, or even in person, I don't think there's ever been a good sleep paralysis, huh? Like, that's just not possible.
Sleep paralysis is scary. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. That's why I don't sleep on my back. I feel like you're more prone to go through sleep paralysis, and I feel like people that have gone through sleep paralysis can relate to this. Don't sleep on your back.
Like, it's more common. It doesn't happen if you're on your side.
Not really, because every time I've gone through sleep paralysis, it's always been on my back, and I feel like that's what makes it harder to breathe. That's what puts you in a panic, because you feel paralyzed and you're on your back. Like, you can't turn around, you can't do nothing about it.
I remember when Jenny Rivera died.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know her.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when she died, my cousin was over here, like, I don't know how the conversation went, but basically she talked shit like, oh, if not, I can get sleep paralysis or some shit. She just straight up talked shit about Jenny, but like that same night she got sleep paralysis and she was crying, and like when she woke up she was crying. She called my aunt. Like, we had a sleepover, and like my aunt told her was like, well, that's what you get. Like, you tested shit that you shouldn't be testing.
I feel like with that you jinx it, because you're putting your energy into that. So
and they're gonna show you like, yes, we can do this shit to you. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Don't doubt it for a second that we
spirits,
won't.
I feel like, really do overcome nightmares. Like, they're the reasons why you have nightmares. There has to be some type of bad energy around you.
Reasons. Like,
well, not the spirit, the energy.
Your energy, yeah. Like, if your energy is bad, your negative energy is like coming out of you, and you're spreading that, they're gonna come and be like, this is my chance to
like,
get
boo,
this bitch. Yeah, like to really be fucking taken over, because she's already vulnerable.
Yeah,
kind of like true. The homie swiper. You gotta be on 10 toes. Like, you gotta fucking,
like, you're already scared. I feel like if you're scared, you're definitely opening up like a reason for a bad energy to come for you. That's true.
And it's like, imagine, like, because for me, dude, like, when I was sad and drunk and be asleep, those dreams were insane. Like, it was like, you know how I told you how I have like random like visions of like scary shit, like where it's just like how that Terrifier movie is, where it's just random clips of gory shit. Like, that's when I really felt like my dreams were that scary.
Oh God, that movie traumatized me.
Like, I was so unconscious, but yet my dreams were so, I don't know, I still seen that shit. Like, it's so weird how I was still able to see that.
You know what does give me nightmares though? Like, I get nightmares when I'm thinking negatively and stuff, but medication, like those medication that puts you to sleep, those give me nightmares. Like melatonin, NyQuil, Benadryl, those give me some creepy ass dreams.
Oh no, that stuff, like, for me, no. I thought you were talking about like pills, like for medicine and shit.
Oh no, I mean like the
shit that's for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stuff that will knock you out. Those give me nightmares, and I don't know why.
Maybe that's probably because you're actually knocked out for
yeah,
once.
like at a deep sleep. Because I'm a really light sleeper, so I could wake up for anything. But maybe since those
and
do
plus
put
you
me,
watch all this scary
Yeah.
shit. Like,
last night I watched Evil Dead Rise, dude. I was so scared to fucking sleep. You know what? Actually, I just figured out that my TV
if
remote.
you tell me some scary shit, Savannah.
No, I was finishing watching the movie this morning because I fell asleep last night. The TV remote controls my LED lights.
Oh
And
yeah,
I didn't know that, and
It
I was
changed the
scared as fuck.
colors
Like,
on you?
I was like, "What the fuck?" Dude, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, "There's no fucking way right now," and then I had to look that shit up.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about because when me and my man got some, we had started fucking with the TV remote and it wasn't working, and the disco lights were over here on in the closet and shit.
It's like the same IR signal.
Yeah,
or
they
some shit like
they
that.
fucking can connect. You thought that the ghosts were fucking changing
Yes,
the
that
light?
movie's scary. Like anybody that's watched that movie has to say that movie's scary. That movie has to freak out anybody.
Has there been a scary movie since you watched so much scary, gory shit that what is the one that's the most scary fucked up to you?
To me, I
Because
feel
Savannah's
like
a real horror person.
I feel like shit like the classics.
You're
like
a real whore. I feel like that's what it sounded like.
I feel like the classic movies, like shit that isn't real, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, like Friday the 13th, that shit don't scare me because it's not real.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, bro, that's an actor right
yeah,
there.
I feel like the shit that scares me is more like Paranormal Activity.
Even
type
the Wizard
shit.
of Oz was more scared of that shit because that fool was really dead in the background.
For real?
You never heard of that?
No.
In the Wizard of Oz, like the real, like the original one, there's like I don't know if he was a worker and an actor, but he hung himself. I think he hung himself or somehow he ended up hung. But in the scene, you can see his body
What the
dangling in the
fuck?
background. You never heard of that?
No, that reminds me of like the Pirates of the Caribbean theory at Disneyland. How have you been to Disneyland?
Yeah, I know that they say
Supposedly the bones are real
what?
in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You know how? Have you been on that one?
It's the one where like all of a sudden you go deep down into this black hole, huh? Or is that the Jack Sparrow one? Or is that the same shit?
That's the same shit.
Yeah, I've been on it.
Well, you know how like they have like all those bones and shit right there where like the animatronics
As
are?
decoration.
Supposedly they're real bones, like dead people body bones.
Nah.
Supposedly
said that?
now they're
How
not,
you
but
gonna look at a bone and, like from a distance and be like, yep,
Dude,
that's the real thing
Disneyland
right
has
there.
like hella theories
Watch
like
it be
that
dog
though.
bones.
I don't know, but supposedly that ride is like haunted as fuck. So is fuck, what's
They
that
say a
one
lot of
ride?
shit's haunted
Yeah,
there.
the haunted mansion is haunted. Like some lady spreaded her
You
dead
know they're making a
child's-
movie.
Haunted Mansion 2. Have you ever seen the first?
Oh, it's a part 2.
There's an original Haunted Mansion with
Oh.
Eddie Murphy, I think.
No.
Yeah, I think this is like a remake.
You know what's crazy is Disney isn't even Disney anymore though.
Yeah.
Because have you seen the new trailer for the new Haunted Mansion?
I've seen it on TikTok.
That shit, I think they cuss. Like, I think it was like, it looked actually pretty scary. Like, Disney isn't Disney no more, and it's kind of sad. Like, that it got taken over. But like, once I seen that the Kardashians were on Disney Plus, it was like, what the fuck?
It is?
It is. That like
What the
they're
hell?
on Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
And all kinds of other shit on there. Like, they cuss. Like, in the Marvel movies, like the Avengers and all that shit, like they be cussing, and it's like on Disney Plus. And I mean, I get that they're all the same now, but it's like,
But why is Marvel on Disney Plus? It's
why
a
are
Disney
the
Plus.
Kardashians on there? What do you mean, Marvel? Like, that's more okay than the Kardashians. Like, no hate to them, but it's like, why are these bitches on Disney?
Okay, wait. Speaking of Disney, I don't know if we've ever gone into this. Have you seen the new Little Mermaid movie?
No, but I want to. You seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I was about to be pressed.
How do you feel about that movie? You know how there's a lot of like...
Oh, because she's not white?
Yeah. How do you feel about that? To me, it doesn't matter, honestly. But there's a lot of people out there that...
I'm pissed. But I'm not pissed because of her. I'm pissed because of the hair.
Yeah.
Her hair was not red. I don't care what your hair looks like how you brush it, if you braid it. I don't fucking care. Why was the hair not red?
It was
That's
more of like
what pissed me off. Y'all were more pissed about her skin color. I'm pissed that the hair was not red.
The hair wasn't original.
That's not. Why? Everybody knows Ariel for her red hair.
The red silky hair, like, yeah, I don't know. To me, it didn't matter either. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, it's just a remake at this point. But
then again, there's that. But let's say they make fucking Moana a white girl.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Like if you change, or like Tiana.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
If they made her white, it would be a really big problem.
Like if they like, that's where it's like, damn, like now what can we say?
That's where I could see the like controversial about it. Like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what she is. Like I don't know. She could be a guy.
Change
like
their fucking dresses too. Like let's say fucking Belle doesn't have a yellow dress. She has Tiana's green one. Like what is that shit? Like
that's why I don't care too much for the movie. It's like, yeah, like I love the Little Mermaid. Don't get me wrong. I just don't really care for it.
That was my favorite princess. What was your favorite princess?
Mine was definitely Sleeping Beauty, Aurora.
Really?
Dude, I love that movie.
That's the only
my
one I haven't
one.
seen.
Really?
Dead ass. I know.
I think I've seen all of them except like I haven't seen Mulan. I haven't seen I've never watched The Princess and the Frog actually.
No? That one was really cute. I really like that one. Her best friend's fucking funny. There's like this scene where she's like bawling in the club hard, and then she's all like, but the party must go on, and like puts on her makeup, puts a little that, and like she's clean, like she's ready to fucking go putear and shit. But damn, what were we talking about? Sleep paralysis. Fuck.
Oh yeah, we went from sleep paralysis to fucking Disney.
Disney is gonna get that scary though. But so you didn't have a dream recently, like where you got sleep paralysis?
No, I haven't had sleep paralysis since like maybe a few months ago. I don't know if I brought it up on the podcast last time, but I had sleep paralysis when I was living with my ex and the candle blew out. Did I bring that up? Yeah, that was the last time. Ever since then, I haven't had sleep paralysis. If I have sleep paralysis where I'm living at now, it would probably scare the fuck out of me since I live alone. And usually when I go through sleep paralysis, it's because there's bad energy around me. That's the only reason why.
Well, hopefully there's no bad energy and all the bad energy leaves, because hopefully it went away with all the water that was in your house. Hopefully the water flushed out your bad energy.
Dude, I swear, like, I need to get my apartment cleansed, or I need to get myself cleansed, because the way it happened is like, why me? Like,
oh fuck. But let's go ahead and just dive away from that. Dive. I'm over here making jokes about your shit without even trying. I'm funny. But let's talk about, since we're gonna dive into some shit, let's dive into the Island Boys. So what are they? They were just TikTokers, or like, are they rappers?
They started going viral with that one TikTok song, Island. Yeah.
Like, obviously, but like,
I think maybe like around like 2020 they started becoming known. And for their weird like hairstyles and weird tattoos, they just started becoming popping.
They're just built funny.
Yeah, I feel like they obviously became viral because of that song though. Like,
I didn't even know they were twins, honestly.
Really?
I thought they were brothers. Like, obviously they're brothers, but like, but I did not know that they were twins.
Yeah, they're twins. They look the same. I can't even tell like which one is which.
They do look the same. I'm fucking stupid.
Did you see that viral video going around Twitter?
That they're kissing.
Yes.
That's exactly
literally
why.
Making
Let's
out.
dive into this shit.
Literally, that's not even kissing. Like, that's making out.
It wasn't even a brotherly peck. Like, because you know how some families, they kiss each other and shit
on the lips though.
Yeah, like people still do that. I don't know.
I don't do that.
There's like this thing, like I said, like if you're teaching your kids that they have to like fucking say hi to everybody and they don't know boundaries, like if you think it's okay to do that, they're gonna think it's okay to do shit like that with anybody. So I don't know, but yeah, they pecked, and then they like tongue to tongue type shit, and it's because they're promoting an OnlyFans. Like, you could promote your, like, if you guys are gonna each make an OnlyFans, you could promote it, like each of you drop a fucking dick pic or some shit. But the way they made it seem, it's like if they're gonna be doing shit together, to each other, like, Is that a bag, or is that's just straight up incest, or is it like
I
as long as we got long socks on?
I just can't see any person wanting to buy their OnlyFans to see content like that. I mean, like, if people are into shit like that, fuck it. But it's just weird to me. Like,
What's weird is like they were always being told that, oh, you guys are so close, like you guys want to, it looks like you guys want each other.
mm-hmm.
And they would always be like, no, we're just brothers, all yada yada yada. And then it's like,
But then there's a whole viral video of them going around making out.
is it like, what if it's AI?
Well, that's what a lot of people were saying too. But like, they even came out themselves saying it's not real. But then there's other videos saying we're brothers, like we kiss on the mouth, it's nothing weird. Like, so I don't know what to believe. It looks real to me.
Video, when they said that's not us, but then they're like, well, yeah, we still kiss on the mouth.
I've seen like multiple videos where like people see videos of them doing shit and they come out and say it's not them, but then they also say like they're brothers, so what's wrong with it type shit, you know?
Does anybody really know anything about them, like who they are,
I feel
their
like
parents
the
are,
people
like,
that would know who they are for sure their exes. I don't know if you've seen like their other viral videos of their exes coming out saying how abusive they are.
But
I'm pretty sure like
their shit.
They got some dirt on them for sure.
That if you're an island girl, if you're no longer an island girl, actually, come to the pod. Let us know what the fuck happened. Did they make you fucking like kiss like, that's, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that's just them getting the bag, like, or do you think like it goes deeper than that?
Definitely, they're getting the bag because they're promoting themselves.
That's
in some
a
type
hell of a way
you know?
to fucking promote your shit.
Like, they're doing shit to get views.
And that's kind of always what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
They've always just
doing stupid
chasers.
shit. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they are. They're clout chasers.
They're getting the clout because here we are giving it to them. But do you see, that's what it always goes down to too. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Like, you really see that no matter what, like the Kardashians are like the princesses of bad publicity. You know, like it gets you somewhere because it's still all gonna get you views.
Yeah, it's still going viral.
As long as you get that click, who gives a fuck what people think?
Yeah, that's true. You could get clout off of anything nowadays, especially like TikTok.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. The algorithm there is top tier.
And Twitter for sure. I feel like on Twitter, that's where everyone drops their sex tapes.
Well, you know, they're all fighting, like, I think Twitter and Facebook or Instagram, like, because of threads, all of a sudden, like, they're at war. And now, now Facebook wants to go ahead and drop, like, its own little part on it to where it's kind of like Instagram and just post pictures and videos and can scroll through that shit.
Oh, and not make any like statuses or anything.
You know, it's gonna be like a little page on Facebook. I think.
Feel like I'm the only one that hasn't started threads on Instagram. Have you? I don't understand it. I could barely understand Twitter. Like,
I haven't even. No, I shout out to Iris from Good Company podcast. They were on IE and Besties. They were talking about how she read the terms and conditions, and if you connect that to your Instagram account, like how everybody else does, when you try to delete your Threads account, it will delete your Instagram account.
I heard about that too. That's another reason why I don't want to start it. Like, do you have to continuously post on the Threads or what? Like,
no, I guess that's just like if you want to end up deactivating it or some shit, it'll go along with your Instagram.
That's stupid.
That's fucking scary.
I feel like Instagram maybe put that on there as like a test trial type shit, like to see where people would go with this, you know.
And their punishment is if you leave, we take your Instagram too. Petty, okay. But yeah, now they're like at each other's necks, and apparently Elon and Mark Zuckerberg like want to throw hands and shit.
For real? About what?
Because they're fighting. They're just...
Oh, wait, you know what? I think I seen a post about that on Instagram too.
Yeah, they're literally just competing against each other now. And I don't know who called who out, so now they actually want to box it out. Imagine two old-ass motherfuckers, like, just fighting to have money.
Who you think would win? I feel like Elon, low-key.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Mark because, like, the bone to the dome, you know, like...
maybe.
But then Mark is pretty big. What's his name?
Elon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I feel like
He's just gonna
know.
sumo his ass. Boom.
Yeah.
But then again, they're both like, why are you guys competing? Like, no matter what, people are gonna stay on your guys' shit, and no matter what, you guys are rich at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, that's true. But I feel like Instagram and no, not Instagram, TikTok though is definitely taking over like all that shit, all their stuff that they started with. So I mean, I could see why it starts a lot of beef with like
fucking TikTok make one with all three of them and shit.
Right. Well, I mean, in a way, like Facebook and Instagram now is kind of like TikTok with the reels.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube, like they didn't have none of that before.
Like YouTube Shorts, like at the end, they're kind of all being the same shit. Yeah. Like they're all having different, like they're all having similarities.
If you really think about it, they're all the same. They really all are.
They're over here trying to make us think that they're against each other and shit. In the meantime, they're all like, okay, so I have these people, and if whoever I'm missing here, you'll probably have them on your fucking platform. Now we really have more people's information.
Yeah.
So like whoever's not on one is for sure gonna be on another one, or like they're gonna be on Hotmail or whatever the fuck. Like,
well, Instagram and Facebook is like the same thing now because it's with Meta.
Yeah, they're all connected. I don't think I've connected mine yet because I think you have to do some certain shit.
Like Facebook, yeah, we have to where we could write out statuses, but with Instagram we have our highlights.
True.
And we could put like a song on there and stuff. We could post pictures and videos.
Like MySpace days.
But then I wonder, like, you know how MySpace, no one uses it? Like, it's not a thing no more?
What, does it still exist?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people would still be using it if it was.
Because I always see posts talking about, oh, I wish I could go back to MySpace days. Like, I wonder if eventually it's going to be like that in the next generation or some shit with Instagram and, like, Facebook. Like, if there's going to be something different by then.
Oh, like if they're gonna die down?
Yeah.
But it's still gonna all end up leading to the same stuff. Like, what else would you want to be able to do on there? Because
there's really nothing more
even Facebook has fucking Facebook games, Facebook dating.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Like, Instagram has, like, hashtags where you can find all your shit. Like,
you know what? No one uses Snapchat anymore, I feel. I barely be on Snapchat now.
I had to make a new one, so I'd barely be on it. I got, like, 6 friends on there.
I feel like I just go on there and take pictures. That's it.
True. That's where all the good filters are at. Because, like, Instagram, camera quality, and Facebook, like, why do they fuck up your quality?
Yeah, low-key, Snapchat does have really clear quality.
What I wanted to, we just straight up said, fuck the island boys. Like, but what if the island boys were just, like, something big, and you know how they're clout chasers? Maybe like the industry was all like, let's have something that's really fucking like crazy and that will really mess with people's heads, like some shit like incest, to where we can get the spotlight off of this movie. What if the island boys were, since they're such easy clout chasers, that they're the ones that took the hit to keep us from not paying attention to that fucking movie, and we could be talking about these two dudes making out?
You think so? I feel like when it comes to social media and stuff like that, social media has its way of distracting us from a lot of shit going on in the world. Well, they could
like, post whatever they want. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, they all work together.
Yeah, I feel like in a way that could be a theory.
That way they could really push that algorithm out to people to be like, yo, these two fucking twins are over here making out, island boy.
Trying to make it like look like it's okay type shit. Because that's literally how they make it seem. Like, it's my brother. What's wrong with that?
Messing with people's heads, the kids, like, because you're telling me that the little kids that were on TikTok weren't over here, I'm an island, like, everybody knew about it. Yeah. So it's like, if they could see that and they liked those videos, it's gonna show them all their controversy now, because the algorithm's gonna be like, oh, you really like the island boys, let's give you an update.
Or having like siblings think it's okay to grow up and think, that's my sibling, I could kiss them, like, I could make out with them. Yeah, we can do shit like that. That's pretty sick, like, to think about.
That's like,
I mean, if you're into incest and shit, like, cool, keep that shit to yourself. Like, why do you have to put it on the internet, you know?
You know what's crazy? Have you heard about The Hills Have Eyes?
Yes, I love that movie.
Speaking of incest, I haven't seen it.
You've never seen The Hills Have Eyes?
No, my man told me about it, and what he told me is fucking insane.
Well, there's that movie and The Wrong Turn. Like, they're both, like, about those weird creatures and, like,
creatures.
They're literally like weird looking creatures. You never seen
But
pictures
they're
of them?
just deformed and like because
Because of the incest, yeah.
like they get, you know.
I feel like The Wrong Turn, it's weirder.
What is that about?
It's about like, it's kind of like The Hills Have Eyes. They're just more like weird looking.
Uh-huh.
But if I could remember, I think there was some type of like chemical leak or some shit.
Nature type shit.
Yeah, there was some type of like chemical leak or something that interfered with. I don't know if it was more of a chemical leak or if it was incest, but they're all family. They all be fucking on each other and shit, like having kids with each other. So it's kind of like the same thing, but yeah, like
it's kind of like the pugs, the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like how they look, so they just breed them, even though they're born with all these defects. They like how each other look, so they're breeding and.
Oh, I want a pug.
Okay. But that's like, damn. Yeah, when he told me about that, that's a fucking trip. And it's true though. Like, what if like they're just pushing all these shits to have like all these fucked up things to have everybody thinking that shit's okay?
It could be. It really could.
Like they're showing,
especially how like heavily influenced our generation is. Not even really our generation, like, well, yeah, our generation,
kinda,
yeah,
like doing that too, because it's like I would always blame my cousins, because my cousins would always talk shit like, oh, these kids, yada yada yada, and it's like, okay, but we look up to you guys,
yeah,
like the generation before us, we're looking up to you guys, so they're looking up to us,
yeah.
So we're over here talking shit about them, but that's just because, I mean, they're learning from us too,
literally.
But it's also like, yeah, this shit's coming out, but I feel like because they see everything and know what everything is, like I feel like it also makes the younger ones more aware of shit than we were, to where they can be like, ew, why are you kissing your brother like that, bro? Like,
yeah,
why are you tonguing him down?
I feel like that's why it's scary too, like especially having younger siblings, to think that they see that stuff online, could think it's okay.
You know how much sexual shit was like on my sister's kid YouTube? It was insane, dude.
I was gonna say, I feel like they're more how should I say it, they're more prone to seeing shit about sex than we were at that age. Like I probably didn't even know what sex was at the age of my sister. Like
I've seen my sister's YouTube have like Elsa making out with Spider-Man behind Elsa's boyfriend's back or some shit, and it's like, what? Why? But it was grown ass people making these videos. Like it was a man hand holding a fucking Elsa doll making out with Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck? How is this on like, your shit, bro? We have parental lock.
You know that game episode? That game episode, like on our app store.
What do you mean?
Where
it's a game called Episode?
Yeah, it's called Episode, and it's like you pick your own story mode, basically. Kind
of like a Sims or what?
Type shit. But I feel like a lot of kids play that too, but the way they advertise that game is literally through like inappropriate shit, like sex shit. Like it could be a female thinking she's pregnant taking a pregnancy test, or like not like knowing who the baby daddy is, or some shit. And you have
to pick the choice and shit.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of kids will play some shit like that, but the way they promote it, it's so like inappropriate. But in reality, when you play the game, it's nothing like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You're playing.
I used to play that game, but like the way they advertise it, it's really nothing like that.
Damn. And I've seen like ads like that for games that it's like where it's like that. There was this one where I seen this girl, she was like walking in front of this couple, and she was like hairy, boogers all her nose and shit, and she was all like, nobody's gonna want me like her, and it was like, what do you decide to do about it? And then you could click shave or pick a tissue to clean her boogers, and I'm like, why? Like, what? Why is this like an ad right now? What the fuck?
And those games be the most interesting to play too, and I be trying to play it, and I'm like, bro, why is it nothing like the fucking ad? Like
no, but it's also like, you're saying that, but it's I wouldn't download it because I thought it was like a fucking bug. Like if they wanted to hack my fucking phone with those fucking cheap ass games and shit. There's this one where like this girl and her mom, they're like in this cabin, and it's snowing hard as fuck outside, and it, like the window's broken, there's no fire, and it's like, you could fix the window, you could fucking burn the cat.
Oh
like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shit like that is fucking like weird as hell. It reminds me of like Have you seen the show What Would You Do?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Dude, that shit makes you think. Like, it's a show where fucking, like, this guy is, like, recording people, like, out, like, doing their own thing, like, at a restaurant or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll, like, have his actors be racist to each other, or, like, have his actors, like, try to steal a kid or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see, like, how people would react. And, like, they kind of, like, basically prank people in person. And so, like, it's basically gives you options, like, what would you really do in this situation? Like, one of those fucking games. I can't believe you haven't seen that. You should watch it.
Is it on? Was it on?
It was on TV back then. I don't know if it's, like, on anything right now. Maybe on YouTube.
I'll probably have to look it up on YouTube because that sounds interesting.
It is interesting. It was kind of funny because, like, I like seeing people fight. I don't know. Like, especially Karens and shit.
Oh my god, same. I love watching those like Karen like complications on
You watch
YouTube.
those?
Dude, yes.
Dude, if you go on my TikTok, you will see me following Karen pages. Like, I love, and especially when it's like people really giving it to them,
Mm-hmm.
like letting them know you can't act like this.
Yeah.
Like, how are you a grown ass adult thinking that you can act like a fucking child?
Have you ever encountered a Karen before?
I think I told you, like, a week or two ago, some lady got all up in my face at Chick-fil-A. She was like there for an interview, and she was yelling at the dude and being fucking rude to him, saying, well, I need my interview, yada yada yada. And like, he's the homie because he's the only nice one at Chick-fil-A, because they're low-key all racist as fuck to me there. But I was all like, ma'am, you're being rude to somebody who's like
ma'am
trying to give you a job. Like, I was being respectful. I'm like, bitch, you need to chill. As I call her a bitch. And she, like, got up in my face, like, was about to kiss me type shit. Like, bitch, when I say she was in my face, like, I could have kissed the bitch. Like, calm your pretty ass down. And she's like, and I'm gonna be rude to you, too. And she dipped. Like, I was laughing because I'm like, dude, it's Friday, and I just encountered a Karen. Like, I got...
You're like, I got Karen eyes.
But I would never go to that restaurant that's, like, Karen vibes or some shit.
Oh, where they, like, talk shit to you and shit?
Yeah, no, I would either cry because why are you being mean to me, or I would fight because why are you being mean to me? Like, I'm a roaster ass
and
too.
Dude, they take it like so serious. They take their job serious.
Yeah, like at Dick's too.
Yeah,
like they really be like picking at people's insecurities and shit, and like cocksucker on a girl's forehead. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm having dinner with my grandma. like
I don't need my grandma to know that I suck cock.
But there's people that take their grandmas there just because, like, you know, they're old heads. They're gonna be like, why the fuck is this lady treating me like this? Like,
and old people will go the fuck off on you.
No, there's some where like the old ladies just look at their nieces like like, no way she's telling her this right now. Like, if they got the poor old lady scared, thinking that she's about to get her ass beat if she tries to bend her niece and shit.
Okay, but would you be able to like work at a place like that? Would you be able to play a good Karen?
Fuck yeah, not a Karen, but like a Dick,
like an asshole.
I could play not my toxicity be like, hey, 3, 2, 1. Oh, most definitely. Yes, I can. Like, I could talk some shit.
Especially, like going to work on a bad day. I would have a lot of shit to say.
You're gonna get what you pay for, bitch. You really gonna get what you pay for.
You get the full experience type shit.
I'm about to slap this motherfucker. It's a part of the show, y'all.
And, like, you can't even really get, like, fired for the shit you do.
You know what
like,
I just thought about?
What?
You know how guys, like, some guys like to be dominated?
Mm-hmm.
Like, to where they like when girls do that shit to them, like act like bitches and they get turned on.
Mm-hmm.
What if they're going to those restaurants and low-key getting bricked up
without
real. You fucking
knowing?
I
never thought about that. Like, people that are really into shit like that probably go for that type of shit.
To get treated
I
like
would go
shit.
just
Call
because
me
it's
a fucking bitch.
I would go just because I feel like it would be funny as fuck. Like, I wouldn't go alone, though. I would have to go with people that, like, we're gonna laugh. Like,
yeah, no, don't take me, bitch, because I don't know what I'll feel. I'll either be ready to fight or ready to cry. Let a bitch tell me my eyebrows look fucked up.
I feel like I wouldn't take it serious, so like I would probably just laugh the whole time.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I'll laugh with them. Like,
imagine they're roasting the people behind you, and you're like,
I'll talk shit back. Like, I feel like it would be funny as fuck. We should go.
No. Thank you, but no thank you. I would like probably like to take like, but the thing is my parents don't understand English like that. Well, if you call my mom a bitch, like she'll be like, oh, I know what that one means. My dad goes in on her too. Like, imagine. He's like, this is what we do here. Bet I got some shit to get off my chest. Oh fuck. Would you ever do a roast battle? Like, have you ever been in a roast battle?
No, but I feel like if I was in one, I wouldn't be very good at it.
You never like got into a fight with your sibling or your parent either, and you guys just were like, you know, well, that's why your dumb ass did this, and you look like this, you fucking monkey built bitch. Like,
Honestly, no. If anything, that's my sister. Like, it's hard for me to come up with shit like at the top of my head. So it's hard for me to like really roast battle people.
Are you the type when you guys are done fighting and you're like thinking in your head, you're like, fuck, I should have said this?
Yes. You know what? Like, I'm also the type to forget shit though. Like, dude, I don't know if it's just because I'm stupid or
no,
like,
it's probably just because in the heat of the moment, all you could focus on is your fucking like, fuck you. Like, that's
like there's times where I've argued with someone and then I'm like, what the fuck did we just argue about? Like, I dead ass forget the argument. Like, midway I'm like, wait, why the fuck am I mad? Like,
you're like, what was the fucking fight? Yeah, those are the worst, dude, because it's like, you know that it was for a reason. Like, you got to this point, now you're like, damn,
like, fuck,
now I don't even know what to say no more.
Especially like arguing while faded pissed. Like, that's like
have you ever like seen a couple like that were so fucked up that they did start fighting and like it got kind of funny for the viewers?
I feel like I don't think I've ever seen a couple fight in front of me besides my parents, but like
she's emotional definitely not gonna let mama fucking listen to this shit.
But like friend wise, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I seen them argue and I'm like, oh fuck, like,
yeah. Your parents would like argue in front of you?
Yes, dude.
Mine
like,
would try to hide it, but they would be loud, like, bitch, we can hear you.
No, they would argue in front of me, like they did not give a fuck.
What do you think is worse, that or like you knowing that your parents are trying to hide it from you but you can hear that they're fighting? Because I would low-key, me and my sister would be like, shh. And, like, we would try to hear, like, we would go to our closet. Well, I would, and put my ear against the closet so I could try to hear it through there.
I feel like it's more scary, like, them trying to hide it. Because what if something does happen while they're arguing and it's, like, you don't even know what was really the cause of that. Like, I'd rather see what you guys are arguing about, try to, like, stop you guys from doing anything to each other or something.
But that's the thing, like, even now, would you want your kid to interfere with the argument that you're having with your man? Because at the same time, it's like not your position either.
I didn't even think about that. Like, if I was in that situation where I had a kid and me and my husband or whatever are arguing, like, I probably wouldn't want them to see it.
It's crazy being an adult, like being where we're at now. We're saying we're gonna do this. I want to do it this way, but then it's like when you're there. Like, it's a whole different thing. Like, you know how, like, you couldn't even believe you're pregnant? Like, imagine, like, you're not gonna believe, like, oh, shit, she just had her first period. Oh, shit, like, he just said his first cuss word. Like, it's really unknown. Like, we could say how we want to react.
But we're not parents yet.
Yeah, until we're there, we're not gonna really know how we're gonna react.
That's true. I wonder if that's how our parents thought, too, though. Like,
it's a whole mess.
Yeah.
That's probably why, like, but the thing is, at least, like, this, like, since what's so cool is, like, now people are so aware of, like, the family traumas. Like, right now we're over here making jokes about our traumas. Like, she said.
That's because we're
family
mentally ill. Like,
but what's cool is, like, we can all come to terms, like, but they can't. Like, I don't know about your family, but mine, like, all the old heads, they can't come to terms with, like, what they did wrong or, like, they still think that they're in the right.
Yeah.
What's cool is, like, at least, like, these movies are coming out, Sound of Freedom, or maybe, like, the shit that they see on YouTube is bad, but, like, we can also tell them, hey, like, this is not for you. Like, at least then they are getting an image, like, oh, shit, if Elsa's fucking Spider-Man. Because even on that one, Elsa was pregnant. Elsa had Spider-Man's baby. Yeah, bitch, I watched that shit.
What the fuck?
Because I was like, what the fuck? Because it was on her history, so I watched the whole thing, and, like, she ends up becoming pregnant with Spider-Man, and then the boyfriend gets mad, and they start fighting.
What the fuck?
Yes, dude. So it's like, maybe it's a fucked up thing to see and they kind of shouldn't be watching it, but it's like that's more of a conversation than I've ever had. Like, hey, if you fuck this dude, you could possibly get pregnant. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's also a little bit more than what I had, and it's kind of like,
I feel like it's introducing kids now to shit that parents can't even get a chance to like talk to them about first. Like they're gonna see that shit no matter what. It's just gonna pop. Like you said, it just popped up on her thing. Like they're gonna eventually find out about stuff with or without their parents telling them, you know.
And I mean, but that's also like a lot of the times you say like before they get the chance. Some parents don't even want the chance. Like they just kind of like brush it under the rug and don't ever bring it up, period. But since we're already on the topic about learning our fucking bodies and not knowing shit other than what Elsa does, let's go ahead and just go into our period app. With our period app, it gives us questions, and you could either pick from the answers there, or you can go ahead and just write in your own answer. So Savannah can pick hers, and I'll go ahead and pick mine, and we'll see what we got today.
Okay, let's get into it.
Wait for yours. You have yours?
Yeah, I have mine now.
All right, let's shoot me with yours first.
Okay, so let's kind of get into the topic of periods itself.
After she's like, score, I'm not pregnant.
But I'm still wondering where my period's at though, because I'm like 4 days late. Fuck it, it's coming. Okay, so
she didn't get that express shipping, her broke ass. She spent that on the test.
Literally, why are pregnancy tests so expensive? Like, there's no reason that they should be that fucking expensive.
Like, really? Like, well, then again, it's also like, bitch, this is barely a little bit of money compared to what those diapers are gonna cost.
That's fucking true. Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
When you have your period, what's the strangest thing that has made you emotional?
Okay, do you have your answer ready?
Yeah, you go first though.
Oh, fuck. The strangest thing. Well, the thing is, like, sometimes it's just, I don't know, like there'll be like slight little inconveniences, and it will make me want to kill myself. Like,
same.
Like, it will be so inconvenient. Like, it's just tiny shit. Like, let's say like I fucking spilled water all over me. I'm like, I fucking hate my life. I don't know why this happens to me. Like,
you're like, I'm gonna go jump off the bridge.
I'm gonna spiral. But like, for sure, there's just like times where I'm just like, because I'm already a person who's always so into my head, that like when I am alone on my period, like that's when I'll feel like super lonely, and I'll tell my man like, what, you don't fucking love me no more? Like, you don't want to be around me? Like, why are you at work? Why are you not here? But like, I'll just make myself emotional, and I'll just like cry about random shit. Like, I'll be like crying up, like, I don't know, like, let's say I miss my niece or some shit, then I'm just like, fuck, like, I'll just start crying. But like, if there's a specific thing that makes me cry, I don't really think so. And if it's not, like, I feel like my periods also are like shifts. Like, I could have a pissed off period, a period where I'm just like so weak that I don't care about life. I'll have a period where I'm like, I don't know, like I want to talk shit. I don't know. There's like, it depends on what type of period. But if it's for sure emotional, like, ooh, like I can't watch shit that's like where people are fighting, because when I'm on my period, like I'll take that into my dreams and I'll put myself in those situations. Like, I was watching Teen Mom while on my period, bitch, and I was over here like putting myself in their shoes in my dreams, like, you fucking motherfucker over here fucking other, like, I was like, if I was in their shoes, like fighting with their men, and it's not even like mine, like it's a whole ass, like, that fool's
a
probably
whole ass
like,
fake scenario type
literally
shit.
What about you?
I feel like when I'm on my period, I get emotional about everything too, though. Like, it's not really nothing like strange to it, besides like I could be scrolling on TikTok and see like videos of like dogs in shelters or something, or like someone getting hurt, and that shit will make me so emotional. Like, it's already sad as it is, but being on my period, it's like 10 times more like the tears type shit, you know?
That's a good thing that you brought that up, though, because right now in a lot of the shelters in Vegas, they're being overpacked, and then there's also, I think right now Henderson's is really asking for help this weekend. I think some places are even like taking off the fee to buy the animal. So if you guys are in Vegas and do want a pet, it's summertime, like they're getting packed. They have nowhere to put these animals. These animals cannot be left on the streets, or if not, they're not gonna be here no more. They're gonna
that's sad. They're gonna have to put them down.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put a shit ton of things down. And like, so yeah, Vegas, if you guys want a pet, if you guys want to have somebody in with you during these hot days when you don't have shit to do at home because you don't want to go outside, have a little fucking kitty right here playing with your toes, or a dog right here getting your remote. Like, go ahead and go get a pet.
I feel like it needs to be more put out there though, like shelters like that, because I barely hear about shelters now. Like, I remember growing up seeing so many commercials about the dogs in the shelters and the cats and stuff. Yeah. And I barely see that now, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more.
Well, because nobody's really watching TV like that either. That's why they're over here making these posts on Instagram and all this and that, because it's like, you think they're gonna pay? They have the money to pay for an ad on Hulu or Netflix?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because it's like they're putting their money towards feeding these animals and giving them a home, water. Like, shelters really do a lot of shit, but don't get that much, other than like the burden. Well, it's not a burden, but it kind of is, of taking care of all of them. And like, imagine like you're working there because you love animals, and then you got to put them down right now.
Yeah, that's sad.
So if you guys need a pet, go ahead and get some. They have little things like musty ass chihuahuas to Great Danes. They have all kinds of shit. So go get you a pet. But let's hear some answers from the girls on here.
So someone commented that her mom, that's the strangest thing that has made her emotional. Even when I'm not on my period, I love her, but it's so hard to be around her all the time. And I feel like I could relate to that, because when I'm on my period, there is specific people that I don't want to be around, like that just aggravate me, that just piss me off. And it's like
that one face you see that is just their face that like it irks me.
Yeah, like, do you have a specific person that you just can't be around?
My sister. I feel like when I'm on my period and when she's on her period, we cannot go near each other, because it's already hard enough when we're not on our period. And I feel more especially with her, because like me, when I'm on my period, dude, I'm mostly drained with life. Like, I feel like all my energy is gone. Like, I'm not in the mood for nothing. But when she's on her period, she's more of the Hulk hands
like a bitchy type of mood.
Yes, like that's the thing. Like, everybody will say that I talk shit because I'm always like, oh, I know you're on your period. But because it's so fucking obvious when she is, like, there's even times where like we've all at least once have told her some shit like, you must be on your fucking period right now. And it's like, she will do it. So for sure, like, when I'm on it, me and her cannot collide. For me, for sure, my mom too. Basically, the people that already pissed me off in general, like, especially on my period, like, get the fuck away from me.
I feel like too, when I'm on my period, like, I'm already a type of person that I get overstimulated very fast. Like, if I'm not in the mood and you're continuously talking to me, continuously bugging me, like, it's gonna overstimulate me.
I'm a spaz out, bro.
So I feel like on my period, it's like a specific person just keeps fucking with me, talking to me. They could not be doing shit to me, like, if they're just around me breathing, it's gonna piss me off.
And that's the thing, like I feel like because I'm so drained, I will get like that too, because it's like I'm already drained and you're adding this shit onto me, like, I'm gonna get some energy. But like, I'm not saying like it's bad that she's bitchy, because it's like, I get it, you're on your period, like, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from you. But like, if you're obviously being a bitch, I'm gonna call you out on your shit, like, bitch, you're on your fucking period, like, fuck off. That's why you're being a fucking whore. But like, everybody has their own emotions, and what sucks is, like, I don't know how many you have. One sister, like, how many sisters do you have?
I have one blood sister, but I have two like stepsisters.
But did you guys grow up in the same household?
Me and my blood sister, yeah, but me and my other sisters, no.
So it was still you two and your mom, no?
Yeah, because we live with my mom and my dad was living with them.
It's like, that's still, like, a lot of girls.
Yeah,
like,
we were still like close enough though. Like, we would spend the night with each other and stuff. Like, we would be around each other on our periods.
So that's still a lot of female energies. And like, you guys had to have synced up at one point. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was, for me, it was me, my sister, and my mom too, and my aunt. So it was 4 of us. And I feel like times were really tough when, like, somehow, let's say 3 synced up or 2, it was just like, It was a battle, and that shit's crazy because it's like, imagine families that just have nothing but girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like the homegirl from last episode, I think it was last episode or 2 episodes ago, Jackie. Um, she said that her whole family runs with girls.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that shit. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, my friend too. It's just her and her sister. She has nothing but sisters, and I'm like, damn. Like, I try to put myself in that situation. It's like, I wonder if I could handle living in a house full of females, like having
Hell
nothing
no.
but female sisters.
Like, how many does she have?
She's the oldest, and she has like 3 other sisters. Yeah, so yeah,
that sounds like hell.
and they all like grew up together. It's not like they're separated really in ages. Like they're all like between like 16 to 24.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah, so they're all pretty close in age. Yeah.
What's crazy is like that could either go really bad or really good, because then you have like best fucking friends. Like I see girls that do have nothing but sisters, and they're the closest, like closer than friends, like fucking close as fuck.
But then there's sisters that are enemies. They just can't get along for shit. Like
I don't, for the longest, I like, anybody can tell y'all, like, we have never gotten along. But let's hear another answer before we start fighting.
Okay, I'll share like one more answer so you can get into yours. Someone said their boyfriend eating cereal without me made me burst into tears, and he was looking at me like I was crazy. That's relatable though.
Eating cereal?
Yeah, without her.
Oh,
I get like that too. I
yes.
hate when my boyfriend eats without me. Like, that's disrespectful as fuck.
Dude, yes. Okay, when I'm on my period, that does get me emotional, because it's like, he can be like, oh, I got myself this and this for lunch, like chips or like a drink, because I don't send him without lunch, but like, I'm like, so you're just gonna eat that and not give me none? Acting like I'm not around all this shit and he's not in the desert when he's at work. Like, I could go get myself chips, but like, why didn't you get me none?
Or like or them coming home with food, and you like they're on their way home and you tell them, oh, I'm not hungry, and they really come without food.
No, that's not me. Like, I'll tell my man shit, but the fact that like he does that to me, like, where he's all like, no, I don't want none, and he's like, oh, can I have a bite? Like, it always is with the, like, yesterday we had noodles and shit and like egg rolls. Yesterday I was like, I am not gonna share my egg roll with you, like, for real, bro, because like, you always do this shit to me. Do you want an egg roll? No. And then he'll want mine, and like, I feel bad, so obviously I'm gonna share my fucking egg roll. Yeah, you can't just say no. Yeah, and it's like, yesterday I I didn't even offer, bro. Like, I did not offer, and I like, there's times where if he doesn't ask and I know like he wants what I have, I'm gonna just give it to him. Yeah, his ass is gonna eat it. But yesterday he didn't ask. I was like, I'm not gonna offer, like, on some. You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat this shit. This is mine. Real, like, cause it irritates me, because I always tell him, why the fuck do you do that? Like, it's, everybody says that it's always the girl doing that shit, but it's him in our relationship. Like, and bitch, if you do that, you irk me. Why not just get what you? Why not tell him you're hungry? You're like trying to hold. No, because there is times where like, I'm not hungry, but then I'll see he brings something home that just looks so fucking good, and it's like, bro, if I knew you were going here, like, I would have wanted something. Or like, I remember there would be times where I would get home from work and I would be hungry, right? And I'm over here starving myself all day, waiting to get home to eat with him and shit. And he already ate. Yes, like, I was like, bro, like, you couldn't fucking wait for me. Or I get home and I see that like he bought himself food and is just chilling in the room, and it's like, you couldn't buy me something. He didn't. That is rude though. Yeah, like one time he had picked me up from work and I was like, oh, I'm hungry. What are we gonna eat? Oh, I ate McDonald's like an hour ago. Okay, you couldn't like buy me something or bring me something on the way. Okay, like, but that's okay. Like, if he wants to eat before me, let's say poor thing, he was hungry. All right, cool. Eat without me. I don't care. But you didn't get me nothing. Like, we couldn't warm it up, or like, you couldn't be like, you know what, she's about to get home. Let's go get like, this bitch a burger. That's like, my point. Like, you could have gotten me something and kept it in the fucking micro for me or some shit. Like, and you didn't find out he ate until you got.
literally see the fucking trash in the room and shit. Check the receipt, see what time he went.
Okay. Have you ever done that to where you look for the receipts and look at them?
Yeah.
Anytime I see my man's receipt, I open them bitches.
That's
I don't
how
give
I
a
found
fuck.
out I got cheated on. Looking at a receipt.
Why? Oh, because he bought that bitch.
Yes,
food.
he bought that bitch Denny's
And he didn't buy
and left the
shit.
receipt in the truck, and I seen that shit. This bitch got a fucking
She
slam
got your
sandwich or
favorite
some
needle
shit.
and
Like,
shit. You remember what she got?
it was like that slam grand sandwich or something. I remember it was a sandwich, and I was like, this motherfucker, like.
He doesn't even like tomatoes. That bitch
Mhm.
ordered extra. That's how I know it wasn't his. Oh, fuck. For me, like, I feel like if you're going to go ahead and check a receipt, you're like, you better be prepared.
Mhm.
I haven't found shit, but it's just like, I still check them. I don't care. Like, for me, it's not even like, did you do it because you felt there was a hunch? Like, you
Yeah,
felt
something just told me that day to check this receipt, because he's the type, like, he'll get food or some shit, throw the receipt on the floor. Like, he won't throw that shit in the actual trash. So I was like, oh, like, where did he go today? What the fuck did he get to eat?
He saved that one receipt, dumbass.
And it's funny because I found that receipt the same day he went. Like, you're really dumb. Like, if you're gonna go cheat on me, get rid of the evidence.
Fuck. We ignored the answers. Let me go to my question. That I don't even know what our last answer was.
Oh, that her
Her
her boyfriend was eating cereal without her.
Oh. Cereal, bitch. Pour yourself a bowl. What the fuck? All right. My question is skin picking and pimple popping. How do you avoid it?
Fuck, that's hard because, like, I'm the type, I have anxiety, so, like, I feel like picking at my skin has always been a major thing to me, especially if I'm put in a situation where I feel uncomfortable or something. I'm gonna start picking at, like, my fingers, at my pimples, at my scabs. So I feel like the only way I try to avoid it is just by telling myself about the scars, like, all
That's
the scars
exactly my
I could
answer.
get.
Literally, because I'm anxious too, so I didn't even realize that's why I would always be picking at my face. But that's exactly like the same thing with me. I just have to remind myself, like, you're about to get a fucking scar, bitch. But like mostly when I'm on my period, actually, is when I can't, like, I will do it because like my period fucks with my anxiety too. So it's like that's when I will, like, my face will fuck up.
Sometimes I can't help it though, like, especially if, like, I feel like a blackhead especially, I always click on my blackheads.
Satisfying for some reason because how fucking deep it is. It's like, why are you so tight? Like, what the fuck?
And the way they come out, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I like watching those type of videos.
No, the fuck you don't.
I swear to God.
No, you don't, Savannah. Dead ass.
Those
the
are
dirty
so
ones.
Satisfying to me.
The big juicy,
yes.
like, fuck your...
Dude, I can't eat it while I'm eating, but I'd love to watch those.
No. Anytime I see those pop up and, like, it'll give you, like, one pop at the beginning, it's like, ugh. No, you don't. Oh,
some do disgust me, but some are so fucking satisfying. Like those big, like, back blackheads. And the way it comes out and it leaves, like, a hole.
Trigger warning. Like when they leave the hole, like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't see them, but, like, I know because I have fucking acne, but, like, I cannot believe you watch that. That is insane. And here I am thinking I'm weird for watching a bitch cut soap. Like,
I love those videos too.
Oh, fuck. So that's how you avoid it, not thinking about the scars.
Yeah,
and shit?
I hate to think, like, if I keep fucking up, picking at my face, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like, it's not gonna look like how it used to.
One of my cousins, like, you know how you put onions on your shit not to bite your teeth or bite your nails?
Really?
She did that so she wouldn't pick at her face. Yeah, she would put it on garlic on her fucking fingers and shit.
So she must have had it bad to where, like, she would pick at it a lot.
She probably, when we were smaller, like, I guess none of us thought that was part of, like, you being anxious and shit. But here's an answer. One girl's answer was, I get my nails done, which, to be honest, I never liked before. But the dips are acrylic nails. They aren't so as sharp as my regular nails, so it's tougher to pick at my face. It's something I do unconsciously, so it's a great alternative. Ooh, that's true though. Because when I get my nails done, I don't pick at my face because it's hard.
Yeah.
So that is a good way to do it. An expensive way.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a good way. If you already get your nails done all the time, that's a good one to do. Get your nails done, bitches. All right. Another one is I'm really bad with picking and scratching. If I don't have anything better to do with my hands, I'm picking my skin. So probably just like, I don't know, cleaning, I guess. Or if like you like if you start picking at your face because you want to clear up your face, how about you go wash your face? Go put on a mask. Like when you real like if cuz you know how there's ever like that one pimple, like once you start picking you're like, "Oh shit, like I'm fucking up my face right now." Once you get to that point, or like even if you can get to it before that, how about you go ahead and just go wash your face or go put on a mask, and instead of doing that, like just make your hands do
there's also
something.
tools like that you could buy to use to pick at your face, like not with your actual dirty hands, you know, there's tools that would like pick that
true,
stuff out.
your hands are dirty
I
too.
feel like that's why, like, also if you're picking at your face with your own fingers, like all that bacteria that you're putting into your pores, it just makes it worse.
So if you're gonna if you're gonna pick your face, at least wash your hands. But if not, wash your face. One more said, I don't pop my pimples, but if there is pus already white and coming out, I will use my nails to take it out. Well, that is basically still popping it, though.
I mean, I do that, and I try not to, though, because I know that's how you really get scars, is if it's a full-grown pimple and you're trying to force yourself to pop it. Like, honestly, just let it come out on its own.
No, but it's like she said it's already white, so you don't gotta force it. It's already, like, there. It's already built up. But then it's like, if you're gonna, you still have to clean your face after that, because if you don't clean your face, you're gonna like rub that shit all over your
all the
fucking
stuff from your fingers and your nails.
So like basically just find shit to do with your hands. Like, and a lot of people are saying it's because of anxiety and shit. So yeah, that's how we avoid it, and that's how some girls avoid it. But speaking of popping, since we're over here talking about popping shit, how about let's pop some pills? Not like that, but because like we're over here taking pregnancy tests and shit. Let's talk about the fact that the FDA approved the pills, the birth control, to be over the counter. The first pills, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. We can get it now.
The first hormonal contraceptive pill available in the U.S. without a prescription.
No prescription, bitches. You guys can literally go, and like it's monthly ones. Like you can go and get them.
So there should be no excuse why we getting pregnant and not avoiding that shit.
Well, I don't know why she's lecturing you guys when she's the one Hold on.
You know what? I'm all for birth control, but honestly, birth control isn't for some people. Like, I cannot be on birth control.
It gives some people bad effects. But imagine that's with the ones that are prescribed to you. So yeah, because what's going to happen with these over-the-counter ones, it doesn't matter what body type. Like, you can just pick it up.
That's my question too, because I know like when you go get a prescription for birth control, it's all based on your body. Like
they take tests and they're like, all right, this one seems like it would be good for you. Is that
the procedure that they're gonna go through? Like, do you have to go and get checked out?
No, because it's non-prescription. It's over the counter. If it's over the counter, you don't need a prescription. Like you could just pick it up and get it, and it's in the U.S., you guys. So if you're not in the U.S., I don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah, it was told that it was gonna be non-prescripted. So you could. I wonder if there's gonna be an age limit though, because it doesn't say anything about that. They just said that they approved it over the counter, and you don't need a prescription.
I doubt that there would be an age limit, but then I don't know, because like if you're underage, obviously like you're under your parents' care and stuff.
Because I had to get. I got it when I was like 15, 16, and my mom had to like approve.
Yeah, same.
So like, do they ID you, or do you need to take your parent with you? Like,
I'm pretty sure like if you're over 18, maybe like you don't need a parent with you to buy it, but I'm pretty sure you would need an adult with you to. But then I don't know, because you could just use any adult, like fish it, like we used to fish some wraps and shit. So that's a good question.
If they're gonna have age,
if they're gonna test you for it, if it's just, you know. Because I don't know, like, I wouldn't be able to trust the over-the-counter birth control without knowing, is it going to even be effective with my body? Like,
there's already so many birth controls in general that a doctor can prescribe to you, like, for specific shit, because it's also used as medicine for, like, heavy flows and shit like that. So it's like, what is this gonna do? Like, what can be the side effects? Like, is there a specific body? Is there like a, you know how on certain pills you have to weigh a certain much or some shit? Like, what if you're an anorexic girl, like, trying to get this pill and it's low-key, like, you could die if you take this much?
Yeah, like, is there going to be a certain type of is it going to be one specific birth control, or is it going to be multiple birth controls that,
flavor
that you could pick from? Like,
fucking Starburst flavor today. Mimosa.
Like, eventually, is there going to be, like, non-prescription birth control to where, like, we could just go and get a shot anywhere? Like, do you need a prescription to get a shot? Or is it just for the pills?
My mom, like, I'm over here thinking about regular shots. Well, no, because you don't go get that, like, and you shoot yourself with it. They put it in you, so no.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They're the like, technically.
They're like, here, you could take this needle home. It's cool.
Oh fuck, dude, it's like.
Do you trust it?
Now that we're talking about it, at first I was like, I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. But now that we're like diving into all these questions, now it's like 50-50. Huh? Yeah. Because then it's like, if the one supposedly, I'm like 50-50 on this too, where birth control fucks up your body to where you can and can't have children. I'm going to find out one way or another if I still can, because I was on it for years. But the fact that it's just like, if those are already like kind of bad for you supposedly, what can these mean? Because it's like, those are pills that like insurance covers, and like,
yeah, what's the difference, huh?
How, yeah, like, is this gonna be made cheaply? Is this gonna be like watched as any birth control, or just because it's over the counter it's gonna be such a high demand?
Or I wonder how much they're gonna be. Like, obviously, when you're under healthcare and you're getting birth control, it's through your insurance and stuff. I mean, if it's non-prescription, how much more expensive will it be?
Oh, my bad. How much, like, do you think it's going to be, like, 20s, 100s?
I don't know, because like to give you, like,
type shit?
A non-prescription over-the-counter, like, and it's to prevent you from getting pregnant, and it's a monthly supply.
Yeah, and you have to keep buying it every month. Like, will you get like CVS Plus, like,
or like get a membership?
Do I have to fucking get the
do I get a free trial?
Every fucking 2 months you get a free test just to see if it's working.
I don't know, I have questions on it. I feel like when people actually start taking over the counter birth control, I hope they come out and tell their experience. What they're feeling. Yeah,
it's already approved, so what does that mean? Like, now they're gonna start selling, like,
hitting stores and stuff?
Yeah.
I have yet to even, like, I don't know, because like I don't even see like
much about
ads or anything out in stores showing like we got like over the counter birth control. Like, are they gonna put it where the Plan Bs are at? Like,
ooh.
Are they going to put it where the condoms and the pregnancy tests, you have to ask for it in the pharmacy area?
Is it going to be with our pads?
Yeah.
We're over here like, where can we find it?
Are they, you know how like on signs at the stores, you go based off like the aisle number and it shows you like what's on. Is it going to say birth
control like right there? That's fucking insane, dude. You know, like it's I think it's still good, because then it gives people the opportunity to still, you know, not have a child if they choose not to.
I'm not hating on it. I'm all for it. I just don't personally think. Safe. Yeah, I just don't personally think it's something I could trust.
Meantime, me and Savannah are gonna low key be like, "Fuck it, we need to try this."
I know, like, huh? It's because like I said, like I've been on birth control before, and that's through like prescription. So like, how different will I feel on something that's not prescription? Like,
true. Plus, it's like, it just got approved. It's like, we don't know how it's gonna affect the variety yet. So it's like, maybe just wait a second, see how people take it. Because it's like, even on any regular birth control prescription taken, like, you still have to wait a month before you can like let that shit settle into your system.
You're not supposed to really have any unprotected sex like when you start.
For a whole month. And it's like, that's when your body can finally take like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do with this, let me break it down. So it's like, is it gonna work the same like that too? It's for sure interesting, and it's for sure we're gonna see what happens.
I definitely have questions. You know what, I have a doctor's appointment next week. I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask my doctor, like, what's the difference? I feel like they would know.
Ooh, you should tell them if they're down to be on the mic. Just be
I'll be
like,
"Can I
we don't
record
we
this?"
don't gotta say the name or anything. Can we just
Uh-huh.
like, can I ask you this question that me and my friend had
Mhm.
for our podcast? Ooh, guys,
I'm
maybe
down.
next episode. When is your appointment?
I go next Friday.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
for if we don't record by Friday, guys,
For sure the week after, though.
yeah, we will go ahead and have a. Hopefully, everybody
Mhm.
cross your fingers that we have a doctor's opinion on
Mhm.
this. That's interesting. Ooh, I wonder. What do you think they're gonna be like? They're gonna go for it because it's all the
Yeah.
medical system. Like,
I just want to know, like, what they feel the difference between prescription birth control is or over-the-counter birth control. Like, is there going to be a difference in side effects?
they're gonna be like, Savannah, according to your paperwork, you were pregnant like a couple months ago. Fuck it, bitch, take it.
they're going to be like, are you sure you don't want to start birth control? Like,
yeah.
are you sure you don't need a prescription for birth control?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, why are we touching the subject? It's for my bitches, bitch.
Mhm.
Chill.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm going for my first pap smear.
Oh, your 1st
Mhm.
one?
I'm fucking terrified.
Oh, how do you feel? Like, are you feeling anxious? You're just scared? Like,
I mean, it's scary, but it's like, I be fucking, so it
Yeah.
can't be that fucking bad. Like,
it's awkward, dude.
Yeah.
It's really, cause okay. Have you ever had a man look at your coochie with the lights on and like just be like,
I've had a man put his flash in my coochie, like.
it's kind of awkward, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
it
like
is.
that's something you don't really see.
It's very
so
like
often.
personal.
Yeah, and it's like, so that's in like, sometimes there's even a nurse in there.
Mhm.
So it's like you got two people in there holding your legs up, fucking just digging in your coochie.
I always
with
feel like
lights on and everything,
before-
zoom in, lenses.
Yeah, I always feel like before I go to a doctor's appointment too, and I know they're gonna look at me down there, I always feel so weird about it. But I'm like, I have to shave. Like, I don't want to
Yep.
go feeling like I'm hairy. Like,
Same.
I feel like I'm
There
getting
was-
ready for a dick appointment or something.
let me clean this bitch up, splash some hot water, wipe her down. She smell good? You good?
Let me down some cranberry juice before I go.
Fuck. Damn. So we're gonna have, either way, next episode we're gonna have Savannah's talk on how her first pap went,
Yep.
guys, because we're gonna let you bitches know. For like, that's why we have our period app, just so we can tell people, like, you know, the talks that we never had with our parents.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys, since I could talk about mine, I'm gonna let you guys know how mine's was. Mine's was like, when she told me to get naked, I was like bra and everything. Like, I was butt ass naked. And she's like, honey, we just needed like the bottom part. Like,
That's so embarrassing. I would have been like, oh, like, I'm sorry, over here thinking like you're getting ready.
she gave me a gown
Uh-huh.
though, so like I was covered
Yeah.
up. But she see like my bra and everything. She's like, are you fully?
She's like, what's really going on here?
She's like, I'm over here like, hey, little mama, on the bed and shit. Like,
Wait, so this was for your pap smear? And did they put you on like that cushion thing where your ass is like basically up in the air type shit?
the seat. Well, like, I didn't need a cushion. I'm built in with one.
Damn, does that mean
Travel
I got
size.
Does that mean I got no ass? Because
They put you what?
they put me on that shit when I went to go get my ultrasound.
I just made Savannah very depressed.
It's okay, little booties matter.
That took a turn. I don't know, bro, because they never put one for me. Oh, fuck.
Maybe it was just for the ultrasound then. Maybe
I
they'll
feel
do it for
like-
that.
I don't remember now, but I don't think so. But it was that way. And then once I seen another girl come in and my legs were already up in the air, like, I was like, first of all, why are you opening the door?
So they opened the door as your legs are spread open right
Well,
there?
like, they had the curtain, but it was still like,
You're like covering yourself and shit.
I did it because my feet were already on those. There's like
Oh,
these
like
metal things that you
the
put your
feet rest?
Yeah, and I was like, like, what am I gonna do now? And it was just a very cold and long process. Like they talked to me while we were doing it, and I was like, can we just like
Can we just not talk? Can we just shut up?
I want to be asleep, like, because me, whenever like I'm sad or like uncomfortable, like I just knock out. Like I want to be unconscious. I don't want to be aware of that. So like I was just like,
You're like, give me anesthesia now.
I was like trying to go to sleep, and she's like, okay, we're done. I'm like, damn, bro, didn't even let me fucking fall asleep.
Oh, it was that quick?
It was like, it was quick in a way, but because like the feelings were there, I feel like it slowed down time. Yeah. But I don't know, she was nice, and like what was good is like I was able to ask questions, and they like gave me straight answers. And like the good thing is with me, like I'm not scared to ask the questions. Mm-hmm. And if even they give me an answer and I still don't understand, I will go ahead and ask again, like, what do you mean by that? Mm-hmm. So I mean, as long as you have a good doctor that you know you're comfortable with, and that they will give you answers without making you feel stupid, like you'll be good.
But like, was it cold? Like, did it hurt?
Oh, the little clamps that they put in you. Yeah.
Is it a metal clamp or is it plastic?
It had to have no, because it felt cold like metal. Like it was very uncomfortable. It was for sure something that like was like different.
Did it hurt though? Or is it more like of an uncomfortable feeling?
Can I say something? So basically, when that happened is when I was in my prime hoe era. So I don't know if it didn't hurt because, you know, you know, my coochie was out here like we're chilling, but
like this ain't shit. This ain't nothing. No,
this bitch got ran through. I'm just kidding.
That's what I tried telling myself when I got, like, all the pregnant girls out there know that they got to go through this. When you go and get an ultrasound, sometimes they do the stomach one. That's more common, but they also do the vaginal ultrasound.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until you told me.
When they had put that inside of me, it was like, it feels weird, but I kept telling myself, I'm not a virgin. Like, this ain't nothing new to me.
You're like, take it in, breathe. Dude, there's bitches that swallow swords. Like, we should be able to
swallow swords.
You never heard of that? Or seen where girls swallow swords or guys?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like, but
like
that's
that freaky shit, like that freaky circus shit.
That's insane.
Or they put like fire in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. But like fire, it'll probably go out with like your throat, but I don't know. Then it's like, are you cooking your lungs? Like, it was that like a dab hit or some shit? Like, did it burn that way, or like
you made your throat into a whole bong and shit?
Your stomach acid is like making tacos de tripitas. But let's all wish Savannah good luck on her journey with her pap smear. Hopefully,
I'll definitely try and get like to record the doctor talking to me.
For sure. That I thought you were gonna record the whole situation. That's why. Whoa. Imagine you ask her the question first, and then you set up the camera for the pap smear. You're like, this is for the vlog, by the way. She's over here posing with your coochie like, hey.
And then you got the nurse in the background like photo bombing and shit.
Love about to smack the fuck out of her wrist as she puts it on and shit. Oh, Dr. Miami all of a sudden. Damn. You know there's surgeries to make your coochie tight? Speaking of Dr. Miami.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I found out that, like, because, like, it kind of, like, once I seen that dudes can, like, grow by, like, having surgery on their knees, I kind of went, like, on a spiral on shit that you could do to yourself. And, yeah, you can, like, make your coochie look how you want it to look.
Oh, I think I seen a video on TikTok, actually, about the guy that got, like, knee surgery or some shit to make him taller.
Poor guy. He could have been a short king.
I know.
Would you date a guy that would have changed his height?
I don't know. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like they gotta change themselves to like.
But what if they changed themselves before you?
And then like they eventually told me. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, obviously, like if I met them like the way they were, like they attracted me for some type of reason, you know, like
Yeah.
them telling me, oh, I used to be short, it wouldn't bother me. I'd just be like, oh,
As
like,
long as you're not
okay,
short now.
like, I just been like, I probably would have been so curious, like, okay, how was the process, like, what kind of procedure did you go through, like, did it hurt after?
Would you date a guy shorter than you or your exact height?
No, I can't. Maybe my height, maybe an inch taller, but someone shorter than me, no. I prefer someone taller though.
But oh, actually, before we even leave, guys, dun, 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 we have more news. Since we're over here, you know, the writers are still on strike. I don't know if we ever mentioned this on the podcast, but Hollywood writers are currently on strike right now, due to wages and, you know, whatever else they're on strike for. Um, for sure it is being underpaid though. Like they get paid pennies, like not pennies on the dollar, but basically for shit like Hulu and stuff that obviously they make hella money. But there's a movie coming out that is getting no promotion but really needs to get promotion, and it's Blue Beetle. So Blue Beetle, the reason why this is so important and the reason why it's we're bringing this up, one is because what's going on with the writers in Hollywood, it's not getting shared, that it's even in production or when it's coming out. The reason that it's so important to us is because it's the first Mexican American standalone superhero, and the Mexican American superhero that we have needed after, you know, tough times with going on how people are treating us, and not just us, many other different races. So it's like it's something that we need to let you guys know. It's gonna come out August 18th. You guys should go check it out. It is a Marvel movie, right? I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's superhero, so
yeah, but there's also there's no way he's DC. But yeah, guys, so go ahead, check out Blue Beetle August 18th. Go ahead and spread love, even if you don't like superhero movies, just to go show representation, you know, like we need the representation right now. While you're at the movie theater, scream fuck Florida, throw up a middle finger, sing vergüenza, fuck those fools. Let's go show love, support. Because they're not sharing this, we don't want it to flop in box offices and not get any tickets, and you know, just we don't want it to end up bad, because then that could ruin any future superheroes that we can get, any roles, like, because then they'll be like, look, well, this fool didn't make it, why should we put the issue and, you know, help them come up. So let's go support. August 18th, we'll go ahead and remind you till the day of the movie. Another one that you guys need to check out is Sound of Freedom. Let's promote things like this so we can go ahead, build awareness, build a community, get it all out there. Savannah, do you want to talk about Blue Beetle?
Definitely spread the awareness, because I feel like stuff like this is very important, especially the Sound of Freedom movie, you know, the Blue Beetle movie, like them trying to push Mexican culture out there it's really important.
And it's kind of cool because it's like the same thing with like the Little Mermaid, you know, like they switched it up, and it's like, all right, we're mad about the hair, but
I was gonna say that too. I was like, I feel like now that they're finally starting to push stuff like that, more cultural like appreciation, it's gonna change like future upcoming movies, like we're gonna start getting more of that, you know,
where it actually represents and like people can feel like, you know, I'm a part of this, like I can be a princess, or I can be a fucking ass kicking fucking superhero,
because
you know?
Think about like all the children like going through it in Mexico, or just like children in general, like different races and children, them looking up finally to a DC character like
Marvel.
It's DC.
Oh, it is DC?
Yeah, DC, yeah.
Oh shit.
Like them
I'm
being
hella
able
tripping then, y'all. It's DC. Damn.
Them being able to look up to just a superhero in general, like being able to say like, they're from my culture, I could relate to them, like they're the same person as me, you know. I feel like that's really powerful,
like, especially like when movies like when you can relate to them, like that's why I get so emotional with movies, because like it gets to you, like you feel like you're feeling what they feel. And like the fact that, you know, it's gonna be so cool that we're gonna see a big ass DC movie come out, and this was being like que onda, or like talking in Spanish and shit. Like if he does, I'm not sure, but there's no way they're not gonna have him say a little something, you know.
And the fact that it's DC too, and it's such a big like movie production, that's wild. We're all for it. Yeah, I'm for it.
So go ahead, go check those out. You could get your free tickets. I'm not sure exactly if it's still gonna be while we post this, but go check that out. August 18th, Blue Beetle. Show support, spread awareness. Anything left to say?
Tell your mama, your daddy, your great grandpa,
Your sneaky links, your great grandpa. If you still got your great grandpa, sheesh, congrats to you.
No, for real.
But other than that, I think we're good. So peace out, bitches.
Peace out, bitches.
And shout out to our new co-host. So oh, don't forget, guys. Damn, we need to get better with this. I need to get better with this as well. But so go ahead, go to our TikTok, go to our Instagram. Everything's in the bio. Go to our Google Forms to go ahead and drop your dreams, any confessions. If you want to talk shit about the episode and be like, you know what, when you said this, I wanted to fight your ass. Go ahead, put that shit in there too. Or if you want to put in your own little 2 cents on something that we talked about, or your answer for our period questions, or our period app, go ahead and drop that shit below. Like, comment, share. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Listen Notes, Amazon Music. I think that's pretty much. We're on a lot of shit, guys. So go ahead and check it out. And now for sure, peace out, bitches.
Yeah, peace out, bitches.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba la fiesta.